very ominous music for our return here. Making me a wee bit anxious. But hello! Let's undeafen our players and get started. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Whoa.
Man, it's been so long that I didn't start this off with
Oh, dude. You missed out.
God, I love titties. There you go, guys.
There you go. But, like, not even controversial, though. Just, you know, they're
No.
good.
I mean,
Anyway.
it's been too long.
Hi! Bet you guys forgot this existed on my channel because real life has been unkind to us and our schedules have decided to do the thing where they just never meet ever. And we had to take, like, a month and a half-ish break or something. But we're back. We're here. Anyone, before I say a few announcement-y things and updates, anyone have any life updates or just things they want to share since we've been away for so long? Feel free.
I'm fundraising for the It Gets Better project. We'll likely be going past Halloween. Originally, I was thinking about going to Halloween, but I'm going to likely go past that.
Nice.
For incentives, I am making resin goodies for people, including potion earrings like this. Hopefully,
those are so cute. They're not. Oh, there we go. They're focused. Oh my god, I want those. So wait, what's the incentive? How do we get those?
That is a $50 donation, and if you're on stream when I'm making them, I can try and customize them even further for you. I also
Did you say 15 or 50?
15.
Oh, that's doable, bro.
Nice.
And then
doable.
here, and then bookmarks for people.
Oh, that's
custom
gorgeous.
bookmarks. I'm making keychains, coasters. And again, if you're on stream when I'm making them, I will try and make them as customizable as I can for you because it's all going to a great cause.
That's awesome.
Yo, I'm so donating to get some earrings. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That sounds so cool. Oh, I love that. Anybody else? I mean, it doesn't have to be stream related. It could also just be a life update if you have things to share because we've been gone.
I don't know. I have a job. I have like an actual real man's job now.
You have a big boy job?
Like,
What?
I'm like
Nice.
actual society now and shit. Like I pay taxes and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
The man got to me, and now I'm also a normie. But having money is nice. Like steady income, kind of pog. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go.
Yeah, what's that like? Can't relate.
Yeah, right.
I've been living that
Really
freelance
nice.
life since I was like 18, so
Not gonna lie.
don't know what that's
Knowing
like.
that every Wednesday,
Just-
a couple $100 are going to be transferred to my bank accounts, like every
Oh,
week.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
gotta be real nice.
Weekly payment is so nice.
Weekly pay is great because you never don't have money. The whole issue of like,
Yeah.
oh, I get paid at the end of the month, so like I'll
Make
be
it
good for 3 weeks, and the
last,
last
yeah.
week struggling. Like I don't have that because like I get paid every week, so it's sick.
Yeah.
Well, we
That's
love
pretty
that
good.
for you.
That's
Excellent.
awesome.
Thank you for the subs, guys. Again, just a reminder, there are no alerts when we do D&D streams, so that when we're into the RP and the combat and the actual meat of the episode, it doesn't interrupt things. Although apparently, because I forgot, Twitch has those like native alerts now, there were sounds I've just never heard before because we haven't had a hype train since I ever started them. So that confused the shit out of me. But I don't know why I hear those, but I don't hear any other alerts because they're not visible. Whatever. It's weird.
I didn't even know
I
they
haven't
were.
streamed in
Like,
so long.
Twitch, what doing?
Right? I confuse. Anyway.
Which what do?
But yes, everyone, thank you for the subs. Steve,
All-time
Kay,
record
Dutch,
shattered.
Audi,
Hell yeah, let's
Dan, I
go.
appreciate y'all. So kind of you. Anyone else before we get into recap or any of my update announcement things before we get into it?
I mean, I have a pretty big one. It's
Yeah.
a bit of a personal one,
Oh yeah.
but it was announced to me a few weeks ago. It still feels so weird to talk about it, but yeah, in May next year, I'm gonna be a big brother.
That's
which-
so exciting!
Let's go!
Mazel
It's so
tov.
weird. It's like I'm gonna have like a half brother or sister who's gonna be almost 29 years younger than I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Yes.
really big age differences in my family, so
I mean, I have an age difference of 5 years with my brother and 8 years
Right.
with my sister, who also are half brother and sister. But this one's definitely the biggest gap,
yeah, that's a big one.
and one I was not expecting at all. But yeah, I'm really excited for my dad and his partner, and
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Big up your
Yeah.
dad for still having sex.
Yeah.
You're the one that
Congrats
image.
on the
Thanks.
sex, Grandpa.
Dude, give me that high five for me next time you see him. You know what I'm saying?
I've always
I,
wondered what it would be like to like go through the whole having a sibling, like a new sibling thing when you're an adult. So of course when you're a kid, like almost by default the reaction, because it's like, oh, they're taking attention away from me. It's like, I don't want them. Can we return them? At least me and most of my friends are like that with our siblings. So I've always wondered what it'd be like to be an adult and have like, you know, a bit more of a well-rounded emotional maturity and understanding of what being a sibling is and being able to appreciate it.
Well, I
It's
feel
definitely-
like
I mean,
I feel like I'm not really gonna see them as my sibling, if that makes sense, because there's such a big age gap. So I feel like it would
Almost like a nephew or a cousin or something.
yeah,
like
you're
feeling.
gonna have like a
Yeah.
you're gonna have like an
You.
uncle relationship.
Because my nephew is actually gonna be 8 years older as well. So, you know, so it's not. I don't think it's really gonna feel like a brother or sister,
Yeah.
but more like a nephew or a niece or something.
It definitely
yeah,
is going to be a
it's-
bigger separation since you're not like living together
Yeah.
and seeing them
Yeah.
every day and helping
Sure.
take care of them and stuff. Yeah,
That's
because
like
that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, because like that's I think what still maintained the like sisterly feel between me and my youngest sister,
'Cause you
even though
live
she's
together?
17 years younger than I am. Like, yeah, we lived together for like the first few years of her life before I joined the Navy and everything. So I had that like sister relationship
Yeah.
still. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
My daughter is 20, and her mom just had a baby like a year and a half ago. Like,
Mhm.
Right.
she's got a little 1-year-old sister.
Well, there you go. You
Yeah.
got lots of people to relate
Yeah.
to, Bowdy. With
Yeah.
that experience.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm not gonna be the only one in the world with this thing,
Yeah.
but still, it's really weird. But it's at the same time, it's really exciting.
It'll
Yeah.
be fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very
You're
exciting.
gonna get asked to babysit so much, bro.
Oh
Bingo.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, especially since I live like 20 minutes away from them. So.
Oh yeah. Be
How you
prepared
do?
for that.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Ready.
Hey, man, but that can be your bonding time. You know what I'm saying?
True. Very
True.
much true. Yeah.
Anyone else? Also, I'm not gonna lie. It's really if we needed a better like visual representation of how much time has passed since we played, like Bowdy with a beard. I'm still processing. It's taken a lot to get used to.
It looks really good.
Wait, but then it's more than how long has it been? Because I've had my beard for a while now.
It's been a long time.
Dude.
It has really been a long time.
It's
Months.
We have
It's
Bowdy
so
with a
wonderful.
beard.
Last
Fans'
YouTube
camera is
upload.
on. What year is
Yeah,
this?
my
Where
camera's
are we?
on.
It's true.
I haven't cut my hair in like years, so it's
Looks good
The
though.
last YouTube
good.
upload
Nice
for the
and healthy.
campaign was
the earliest it could have been would be like late-ish August.
I think
3 months
Maybe
ago
August.
is the last
time we
YouTube
played.
upload.
Yeah.
I might have had my
2.5
beard at
months
that point
ago.
as well, though, but only just.
Yeah, I think you were
I'm not
just
sure.
starting. It wasn't like as established as it is now.
It's now a proper beard, yeah.
All right.
Proper.
Welcome to the
Luna
club.
would like to play
Thanks.
with us. She's standing up with her paws on my leg.
Love it.
Oh.
We'll just there's a cat
let
following
you
you
spin.
around this evening in game now
Yeah.
officially.
I'll just turn red
Only
into a cat.
things I think updates from my end. I've been doing just a lot of tabletop RPG things this month. I finally started discovering the limit of how much is too much tabletop RPG.
Is there a limit?
Apparently, see, I didn't think there was, and now I'm like
There is.
I'm approaching it, and I'm like, oh, okay. But the next project that I'm gonna be in, other than again, Briar and I have our Candela Obscura and Witchlight projects ongoing. They're like
Just
the
Witchlight.
schedules are a bit tweaky. Or like right now, well, Candela will return eventually,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, right now just Witchlight, but that's Wednesdays. But in November, just let me look up the date again. November 4th, Saturday, November 4th. So what time on Saturday, November 4th? is it?
That's next week.
Yeah, it's next week. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll have at least a 2-week gap between our next Saturday session.
It's almost
Sorry,
Christmas,
y'all.
guys. Isn't that
But
crazy?
November 4th, I am going to be doing a D&D one-shot over on the name of the channel is... Oh, I can't minimize Discord because I don't fuck up all your cameras. Hold on.
I know.
I'll do it.
Voodoo head.
No, this one.
You should do the
Oh.
pop-out window so that
I
you
should,
can
but I'm
still
dumb,
use- yeah.
okay? I don't.
No, we don't talk
Fucking
about our friends that way.
true.
Well, I'm doing a one shot, and it's a charity one shot raising money for Extra Life, and it is with it's Tales of something, but their thing just says Tales Events. I'm like, I need the whole name. Oh, I'll post a link later. I'll look it up in the break, and I'll get back to you in the break. But I'm doing a one-shot with a bunch of friends, some old, some new, some members of the Roll D5 channel that writers like Mika and Erica are going to be in there, and I love them. But also some new friends. And it's called The Band versus the Keep. We're doing a pub crawl as a shitty band in D&D, but there's like adversaries and things at every pub, and the pub names are incredible, and they make me happy. But yeah, so I'm doing that next Saturday, and I've already retweeted some of the socials for it, but I'll be sharing all links for that. But yeah. And then I uploaded the one shot that I just GM'd a little while ago for the 48-hour marathon over at the Pantsless Tables new channel / Discord, run by Steve, aka Sassy Pants, 1996. It was a heist one shot set in the Feywild. So !YouTube, I think it's the link that command has, my latest YouTube video, if you want to check out that one shot, because we had a lot of fun. But yeah, and I think that's everything. So we'll get into a recap and then start the game, unless anyone has anything else before we dive into it.
I don't have a set date yet, but next month I'm raising money for St. Jude for one of the weekends. With one of my other stream teams, Fallout for Hope. So that'll be that. But like I said, I don't have a date for that yet. So
we love charity stuff in this
neighborhood. Yes, it's been a hot minute since I've done a charity stream too. So.
Oh, and Dutch and I need to talk to those that have the design capabilities that we don't, but there's also potentially a charity select happening next month, but we need to confirm that.
I was going to ask about that, it's getting close to the end of the year, so
yeah, we haven't done our fucking second yet. It's been rough, man, because a lot of things in Twitch's
API have changed.
So like all the scenes and shit don't work anymore, and Daft is like working his magic to try and fix that. But
but the person who makes and we talked about it, and we all agreed part of what we think makes Charity Select special and fun and unique amongst other charity, like team-wide charity campaigns in the space, is the interactive and unique overlay and how integrated everything is, and the fact that every single streamer's stream looks identical. So the minute you watch anyone, you know they're doing a Charity Select stream.
That, like, I can be live, Bowdy can be live, you can be live, you get a donation, we all
see it in real time.
Sick.
And we didn't want to do it without that, because that's what we feel makes it exciting. So Daft has been trying to fix it, but also for the spring campaign, he's like, I'm just going to be real, I don't have time, because he had, work, life, family shit, and he and Profane thought they could get it ready for November, but then I just looked at the calendar, I was like, oh shit, we should check if they are ready. We haven't done that.
Really quickly, to be fair, but like they did say like a week ago or some shit. They're like, we have something to announce soon.
Yeah.
Or the fuck? And then
that's what I thought it was. Excited. So hopefully,
I'm very nearly ready to show off something extra special. Is what he said.
Yeah. So I'm hoping, and because also he was hoping to make it, especially now that they've announced multi-streaming. Before it only worked with Twitch, but he wanted to make it work with like Twitch, YouTube, like so you could multi-stream to other platforms as well. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. But yeah, so that also might be happening. We'll let you know.
Need to be fixed.
Fair.
Yeah.
Soon TM.
Yeah.
Once we know, you'll know.
Exactly.
Nice.
So, let's get back into this. It has been a while, and last we left off, first, just the overall big picture again of the main quest, if you will, that our party has and the direction the campaign is going, brought together at a festival of all things. Events have set in motion. Our party is on a rescue mission searching for this figure named Elixion. He has appeared to them in visions twice before at religious sites linked to deities that it seems like his story was intertwined with from what they're gathering. And he seems to be trapped somewhere, is crying out, asking for help. The weird thing, though, is they're having a lot of trouble finding any reference to this person who seemingly is like linked with deities and from should be a figure that you think might be recorded in history, seemingly is not. So they've been on a search both for information, following what little clues he has left them, trails, and has currently brought them to the city of Ankarel in Marquette. And they are, at the moment, allying themselves with the organization, the Cobalt Soul, both because they made a friend in the tiefling monk named Question, and they just have enjoyed getting to know her, and they trust her. I think she seems to hasn't led them astray yet, and she is a Cobalt Soul member herself, but also the Cobalt Soul is known for having a lot of resources, being very academic minded, having their own great records that are exclusive to their organization, as well as they are currently working with another organization in town, the Legions of Alsight, on an archaeological dig site in Ank'Harel at the moment. So they seem like they might have some information that can help them in this quest to find Elixion. Specifically in this moment, it is approaching sundown, approaching dusk. They have been given a second task by the Cobalt Soul, because of course they need to do a little bit of work to prove themselves. The Cobalt Soul is not going to just open up their resources, their archives, or their dig sites to just anyone, no matter how much tieflings may vouch for them. And they have been given the second task. They've already done one for the Cobalt Soul, and said if they complete this task, they will be given entry-level membership to the Cobalt Soul, as well as some money, Cobalt Soul attire, so they also just will look like they match, and a few other perks. And the task in question is to go investigate a baker, of all people, because while he may appear to be a baker on the surface, the Cobalt Soul believes that he might be tied to an increasingly problematic underground weapon trade happening in Ank'Harel. Some black market deals going down, and they believe the bakery is just a cover or an alias. So they've been tasked to go check out the bakery after it closes, or as it's closing, since the day is winding down right now. Fury also was in the market for a new sword. He just won a very big tournament in the city. He would maybe like, a weapon befitting the champion of the Bowl of Sands. And he made a deal with a blacksmith named Gildor, that a two-part deal. First part is just he does some sponsorship and promo deals as the tournament champion, talk up his establishment, help drum up some business, because he's been having trouble with his business lately. And the other reason he's been having trouble is there are rumors of a ghost nearby. There is a shrine to the Wild Mother not too far from his establishment. And they are rumors people have been hearing and occasionally seeing a ghostly presence there at night, and it's scaring people away. People don't want to come to the area anymore. So he said, if you can help me out, get to the bottom of this ghost situation, I can give you a hefty discount on a pretty nice sword. And last but not least, for this evening, they also potentially had their eye on a talent show that was happening. This talent show was happening at the Lap of the Gods Resort in the Sand Herald District. It has a 250 gold prize for the winner. So not too shabby a prize, worth checking out. So the time of day, it is approaching sundown. You've been told the talent show happens at dusk. The ghost sightings don't have a specific time. They've just set at night. Sometimes it's earlier in the night. Sometimes it's wee hours of the morning. They're just kind of spread out. And again, the bakery is not time specific. You don't have to do that tonight. But and for your interest, the sooner the better. Get it done. But he recommended going around or just after closing time, because during the day, the Cobalt Soul have checked it out a few times. It does operate as a bakery during the day. They haven't found anything untoward. It's just a man selling pastries, selling breads. So yeah, those are your choices you have before you.
You're almost saying that we planned this whole thing with the ghost for around Halloween time.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
Definitely is how it went.
Part of the show, totally planned.
Do we have time before the talent show to do a little sneak around the bakery?
I would say you have, at your best guess, anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes before the talent show starts. So you would you'd have a deadline, I guess.
I'm thinking, right? Because so we have an hour-ish until the talent show starts. So we should probably go there if we don't want to miss that. But then what time do we expect the talent show to end? Do we have an indication of that? Do we have an idea of like?
You do not, because this, unlike the tournament where there was a sign-up sheet, you could see the entrance before. This is just like show up at the Lap of the Gods, and there's going to be like a host, and it's like who has an act, raise your hand. And they pull people up from the audience. So if it's really popular, who knows? It's basically, so dusk is when the sun hits below the horizon, and the sun is currently setting. It's like if the horizon's here, the sun's probably like
so
here.
It'll start like just for my own head's sake, say like it's anywhere between 6 and 7-ish right now or whatever.
Yeah, and say dusk would be like
talent show.
Little after
We'll
7.
say talent show like I don't know, midnight-ish or whatever when that's all over and done, depending on how many people. Then ghosts. And then we'll see how fucked up we are. Then check out bakery or sleep. Have a day tomorrow. Then I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a timeline in my head where we can make all things work in one night, but I don't think that's realistic.
I don't think one night is.
I think we did come to a plan to first do the talent show, then check out the bakery, and then afterwards.
Yeah, I think what we were going to do we were going to do the talent show, then go past the bakery just to get an eye on it.
Scout it real quick.
But not like infiltrate, but just
because
look
also
at it.
for reference,
and then ghost.
For reference of where things are too, like if we look at the map of Ank'Harel, so the talent show is in the Sand Herald district, which is this one, like that kind of like the weird awkwardly shaped one that's around the palace in the middle. The Baker is in the River District, so district just to the north, the one that has, River District, the most greenery, where the rivers are. And so is, I believe the blacksmith was also there. Let me check my notes, because there's a shrine to the Wild Mother.
I think
wasn't the blacksmith
made that plan because the blacksmith was in like the fucking college district.
I was gonna say.
And that's why his business sucks.
Yeah, because he's not in the normal shopping area.
I think we got told that the bakery and where the shrine is kind of in the same spot, and that's why we were like, "Oh, we'll do the talent show."
Yeah, it was close enough that we could do the talent show.
Go past the bakery, do a quick little case of the joints, and then deal with the ghost shit. And then at least we'll have cased the bakery, so that next night we can go in with knowledge of the land. I think that's kind of what we decided on.
Yeah.
It's been a while, guys.
Sounds right.
It's been a while.
It's been a
It has.
It's been a while.
It has.
Been a while.
All right, so it's the plan to head to the talent show and see if you can do a quick little case of the bakery while you're on your way.
Just go talent show, and then after talent show.
Oh, after talent show, case on the way to the ghost.
Gotcha. We don't know what closing time is for the bakery, but like if the sun's if there's still light, then it's probably still open.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a good time to scout it yet. So let's do talent show.
Okay.
Tally ho!
Talent.
Shelly ho!
Talent show.
All right. So, you
Ank'Harel's got talent.
The Sand Herald district. So, the Lap of the Gods resort, think like where it's like, for reference, if the name implies, think like Lavish Chateau, or like Dungeon Select, think the Elegant Carafe. Like this is the like one of the top tier super fancy establishments. Like you only stay here or really like drink here if you have money, hence why they're giving like a big cash prize just for talent show. This is like their way where they try and get people who might not normally be clientele to come here, expand their repertoire. It does seem pretty crowded, pretty bustling. Like you get there and you are hard pressed to find a table. You don't find like a full table to set up, but you find they've set up almost like, those like cruiser tables, like the standing like tables where you can just like rest your drink, kind of rest an arm on, but you're not necessarily like have a chair or a bench to sit at. And that is what you find. Let me play some music here in the background. There we go. And there is a stage set up. There is a sign that says talent show tonight. No one seems to be on the stage yet, but there is a elven man seemingly looks like they're setting up some props and stuff on the stage at the moment, but it hasn't started yet. So you've made it in time. Would anyone like to is there anything you want to discuss with each other before the talent show starts, or any drinks or food you want to get?
Food?
just gonna get me fucked
I
up.
will get drinks and food with whoever wants to get drinks
Yeah,
and food.
yeah, yeah. Who do you think wants to get food?
Couldn't be Cole.
Couldn't be
Couldn't be
Cole.
Definitely
No.
not
Growing
Cole.
boy.
Cole's like on a diet or whatever.
It's
Cole
the
just needs
eat
to
at
burn those
every
calories a
tavern
little
diet.
bit. And-
Wait, this is like fancy schmancy, dude. I'm gonna.
This is fancy shit.
Lavish,
Oh, yeah.
lavish fucking. Can I get some like cocktails and like?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, they have like basically even like the house wine is like what an upper scale like wine would cost another thing at another like inn or tavern, and their food specials are things like rather than just like roast like chicken or beef like protein, it's literally like steak with like a béarnaise sauce or like caviar butter, or then rather than like of chicken, it's like Cornish hen kind of vibes. Like everything is just
so
like
happy.
the fanciest version. So it's still like pub food, but it's like the fanciest version of pub
Elevated
food that
pub
exists. Yeah.
Neri
I
wants
want big
sushi,
steak.
but she's gonna
my
get
God.
shrimp cocktail.
That too. This is one of the only places that serves fresh seafood in Ankarel, because Ankarel be in a desert. Ankarel be
Right.
landlocked.
Oh.
Seafood is not common. This is one of the only places that does it. Presumably
Cole's
because they have
gonna
the
pass on that
money
seafood.
to make sure it stays okay.
Yeah, Neri's like, no, it's been too long.
But yes, they do have shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, Cole's
And
going
it has
for that
no
T-bone
idea.
with potatoes and broccoli.
Nah, can we say that Fury gets like a big ass fucking tomahawk steak, dude, and just begins.
Oh, yeah.
Tomahawk.
It's one of those like tomahawk like porterhouse steaks for two, but you're getting it just for you.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like it's like served on
yeah.
it's served on like a cutting board, and it has like some blistered like small tomatoes still on the vine on the
Oh.
side as a garnish, and it's like
man.
really coarse like salt like seasoning that's
Yes.
visible on the steak.
Orion
That's
is
how to do
very
it.
much.
and I'm just hungry again.
So that will be for the steak. That is
7,000 gold.
no, not quite. That would be 2 gold for the steak.
Orion is very much out of his element because he's
No.
like used to all
I
this
don't.
like. Yeah,
Also, Orion,
like-
you have to make sure, since it's so crowded, you are having to be, thankfully, because, you're dexterous, you're a rogue, I'm not gonna make you roll for it, but you are frequently having to just kind of, and not be
Right.
knocked underfoot, because there are so many patrons here, and there are a few others that are, you see the occasional, they're like gnomes or halflings or dwarves around, but there are still mostly a lot of taller people around, and not
Yeah,
all of them
fair.
are watching where they're going. So
But
you
I
gotta be
have
careful.
like Orion near me because I'm
Yeah.
a big lady. I'd be like, Orion, just stay, keep your hand on me. I won't lose you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. This
Oh wait,
This is...
Fury, I lied. The steak is 4 gold. The shrimp is 2. The shrimp is 2 gold.
Okay.
The regular,
I
like,
will
just
take-
T-bone, not the tomahawk, just the...
Regular T-bone is 3.
This is-
And
It's more than a
Briar.
tomahawk?
No, the tomahawk's 4. I remember.
4. Oh,
Tomahawk's
3.
4,
Okay, okay.
T-bone's 3.
That's right.
Briar
you should-
doesn't
I'll have
like
three,
wine,
too.
but Neri's a wine lady, so she'll get whatever like the classic wine of the locals is.
As you go to order and pay, a hand stops yours and pushes your money back, and you see Nessa, because you said she'd meet you there. And it's like,
What?
oh, don't worry, this one's on me. What took you guys so long? And
Where were you?
I was just sniffing around. I was still coping out the competition, and I've been here for like the past 2 hours. It's nice here.
Okay. Well, turns out there was a gelatinous cube in the spa, so was just
That's cool.
a little worried.
Well, I hope they didn't charge you extra for that. Sounds unpleasant.
No, we got rid of it.
And Nessa will head back to your table with you and your shrimp cocktail, and she's also brought a bottle of wine for you guys as she comes over. So anyone that wants to. So she basically are coming over with a bottle of red and a bottle of white. So there's a choice for
Hell yeah.
whoever's preference at the
Nice.
table. If you want anything other than that, you're gonna have to buy it yourself.
What's the the simplest food they have?
Yeah.
The simplest
Oh.
food that they have there is
Fish
probably
and
it's probably like
fries.
it's like a charcuterie board appetizer is the simplest thing there. So like some cured meats, some fancy cheeses,
Port au blanc.
some dried fruits.
Ooh, that sounds great. I'll take one of those.
Yeah, I'll have that.
You want to
too,
split
thanks.
that with me, Orion? Because I don't
Sure,
know.
yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Right,
Yeah, we got
that.
this.
That will be, that's 1 gold for the charcuterie board.
I'll take it.
You know what? Let's do 2 because I have a feeling I'm gonna eat all of this.
Okay, let's okay.
2 gold.
How much
Look at
gold
it.
would it be to get Fury? Like anything that resembles like a Dark and Stormy or something, like something along those lines.
So you see, that is where they have like the most outrageous upcharge is on their cocktails. So they have for tonight for talent show pricing, it's a flat 3 gold per cocktail. But obviously some of them might be a bit more bang for your buck than others. Like some have more alcohol, but just to make their lives easier because it's very busy. But yeah, just flat rate of 3 gold per cocktail.
Damn.
Oh, that's fine.
And so their version of a dark and stormy, the rum itself is one of those, like, they have a list of, like, here's the fancy barrel it was aged in, and it was aged for, like, double the amount of time that normal rum is, and it has spices, the spiced rum part, the spices are unique to Ank'Harel. They can only be found in Marquette, and they're grown in special conditions in the very harsh climate of Marquette. That's what makes it fancy.
Fucks with it.
Yep.
Fucks with it.
So I think it's
Remember it
rum
again.
in a dark and stormy, if I remember. It is now.
Yeah,
It is in
yeah.
their version.
No, it is. It is.
This
It
is
is.
Polina talking.
You
What
were
is a
correct.
dark and stormy?
It's
It's
rum,
basically
rum,
ginger
beer,
beer,
and lime.
yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It's delicious. They're very good. I enjoy them.
My cocktail of choice anyway. Anytime I go out, it's awesome.
Also
Just
really
check
nice if you have a
it
little
for
bit
me.
of a sore throat too, because like the ginger
Ooh.
and the lime.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
great.
true,
All right. So as you get settled with your food and your drinks, you see the elven man on stage turns around and he is dressed in these like very lavish, like deep reds and purples and silvers robe, lots of elaborate like embroidery, ornate thread work. It's kind of like cape. It almost looks like is a cape with like a collar and like velvety shirt, but the cape is attached like it's part of the shirt. If you look, like not a separate like garment, and has like obviously pale pointed ears because he's elven. His eyes appear almost like, at first glance you say a dark brown, but then if you look close, there's almost like a bit more of a reddish tint to them.
Astarian?
Maybe. And he has white hair. So, there's... All right, are we ready? Is everybody ready for tonight's event? Now, shall we get started, darlings? Everyone claps.
Oh, no.
Cheers. Very happy.
By panic for Neri.
And like, hello, welcome to the Lap of the Gods Resort. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. What a lovely crowd we have. Lovely. How many people are interested in performing tonight? Show of hands. Show of hands. And
Me,
you'll
me.
you'll see about like 7 or 8 other hands go up. It's like, oh god, we don't have time for that many of you. Please, I'm gonna have to make some choices. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh God.
Looks around. Hold
No
on.
pressure.
Laura has to find in her notes where she put his fucking name.
Neri does like that little I'm just getting the hair out of my face hair flip kind of deal
There we
and
go.
like just unfurls her wings a tiny bit, like just to kind of like she's stretching them out, you know, but trying to not draw attention, but like she totally is trying to draw attention.
No. And it's like, oh, of course, silly bee, where are my manners? I am your host, Tessarian. Welcome to tonight's event. All right, well, I guess let's get this started, shall we? Who is brave enough to kick us off tonight? No pressure, you're just gonna set the tone for the whole evening, no pressure. Do any of you...
I don't trust my dice.
Do any of you raise your hand to be the first pick? Nope. All right. Well, you'll see some other hands go up, and he is going to call over. He's like, you sir, with the lovely coat over there. I might have to ask for your tailor afterwards. Come up. And you see a heavyset man stand up, human man, bit red in the face. Definitely looks like he's been here. He's imbibed a little bit. Has a really wide smile on. He has like a bit of a like comb over situation, so you get the sense that maybe some of the hair is falling out. His teeth look a little bit almost too big for his mouth, but you can't tell if he's just smiling really big because he's happy, or maybe he's smiling that big because he just has very large teeth, and that's the only way he can smile. He is impeccably dressed. He looks like the kind of person who would normally be a patron of this place, not just during the talent show. Like, his clothes, he's just like regular, similar garb that you've seen everyone else in the city wear, like lighter fabrics to keep even though he's like fully covered, the fabrics look very light and high quality to help with heat and like airflow, but the like detail work, like there's thread of gold, thread of silver at the ends, and it looks just very, very fancy, his clothing. And he comes up and he has a book that he's carrying with him, and he comes up and to Sari and goes, hello sir, what is your name? He's like, my name is Verandolt, Booker Verandolt. It's like, oh, wonderful, how appropriate, Booker with the book, how lovely. What is your talent exactly, sir? And it's like, oh, I will be doing a dramatic monologue, a performance. And it's like, oh, wonderful. Comedy or tragedy? I do love both. And he's like, I would say it's more of an inspiring monologue. And he's like, oh, okay, well, the stage is yours. And on the stage, there is, for the minimal props there are to offer, there is a chair, a stool, there is a small table, should one need it. And there are a few little, like, props to offer. Like, there are some, what look like juggling balls. There are some, there's some paper and, like, ink and quill and paints. Like, there's a few little miscellaneous things. But for the most part, it seems like he's not making a point to showcase them. So it's like, if they're there if you want, but they kind of are banking on the people performing their talents to probably have brought their own supplies. But they're there, just in case. So this guy, he opens up the book and like flips to a page, loudly clears his throat. It's like, oh, and there's also water. There's just water on the table, so if anyone needs water while they're up there, they can drink it. Double check. So yeah, as he starts to perform this monologue, hold up. Yeah. So he's speaking in that very like overly enunciating his vowels, his consonants, trying to sound like very educated. He's speaking like you're in a giant like theater, like he's trying to speak to the back of the room, but it's like, all right, we're still in a tavern. You don't need to be. He kind of feels like he's yelling at you a little bit. And the longer he speaks, you notice it's feeling almost less like this is a dramatic inspirational monologue. There isn't really a story here. It almost feels kind of like sales pitchy. Like, it almost sounds like really shitty self-help guru trying to sell you on their, like, plan. And then you look to the book he's holding, and you notice it's his name on the book. Like, it's a book he has written. And yeah?
Can I use my telekinesis to knock the book out of his hand?
Go ahead. Roll... what are the components to telekinesis? Like verbal, somatic?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I mean, listen. Telekinetically, okay, well that's telekinetic shove, but where's like it's basically invisible mage hand. But I don't know where to find it because I see telekinetic shove, but I don't see. I'm pretty sure it's just mage hand.
So then what are the components of that?
It is... I can cast this cantrip without verbal or somatic components, and I can make the spectral hand invisible.
Ooh la la, okay.
So...
you have telekinetic feets?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you go ahead and do that. And so the book falls out of his hands, and he kind of stumbles for a bit. Looks a bit awkward, and you see him start to try and keep going, but it definitely becomes even more like the pattern of his speech gets a bit more stunted. There's a lot more verbal commas making their way into what he's saying, words like and hesitating. And Tasarian goes, "Oh dear, looks like someone's a little nervous. Your hand's a bit slippery, darling." And the crowd gives a chuckle, and eventually he's like, "Oh, sorry." He picks up his book again and starts to get to the end of his monologue. And at this point, and it's getting more and more, like, think Sam Riegel at his worst. It's now just, he's dropped the facade of inspirational monologue, and this man is here to shill his book. And at the end, he holds up the book, the cover. The book is called The Secret Art of Optimism. And he starts advertising his book, telling you how much it costs. You can buy it from him at this, and Tasari goes, all right, and that is enough of that. Well done. And starts clapping and, like, cuts him off. And
I give Nessa that, like, wide-eyed, annoyed eye roll without rolling my eyes kind of look.
Yeah, there's, like, a half-hearted, like, clap from the audience. Like, okay. Woo. All right. Great.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Basically.
I like to think he got up on stage and was like, what's up, guys?
I'm here today with
Yep.
It's your boy back at it again.
Yep. So that he's like, all right, Booker Farendolt. Yes, with a monologue. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I can't say that was the tone I expected to be set, but here we are. Surely we have someone who can do a little better than that. Who would like to go next? Any of you raising your hand? All right.
Raise my hand.
Let's go.
Bardic Inspiration.
Our boy.
Because your heart. Roll a. Actually, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're raising your hand, but he's kind of seems to be looking like over you, and he pulls someone else from the crowd. He's like, "Oh, I see a familiar face. I believe we saw you in our tournament the other day." And you notice he's pointing across the room, and Maggie is here. Maggie Keen Eyes has raised her hand of your adventuring group.
Maggie, damn it.
And Maggie, and he's like. He's like, surely a woman with a presence such as yourself can give us a show. Come on up here, yes. And
Anna's like,
Yeah.
and the crowd starts to cheer. The crowd, you can tell some people also were at the tournament, saw her, and like, yeah, and getting excited. And he's like, all right, I believe I remember your name, but just for those who may not have been at our tournament, please introduce yourself. And she's like, my name is Maggie Keen Eyes. Wonderful, darling. And what is your talent today that you'll be presenting? It's like, well, I've written some of my own poetry. I would like to share it. And you see the crowd, there's a few, like, the crowd's a bit awkwardly silent for a minute, and there's a few, like, heckles, like, some drunken assholes from the crowd are like, there's some, like, whispering, like, the fuck? Like, share its poetry? The fuck? And there's some judgmental things happening, for sure. And Tasarian's like, well, another reading. Oh, look at that. Well, you can't be any worse than the last guy. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I definitely, if she has to roll, I definitely give her Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. What's your inspiration dice at right now? 6?
Yes, a D6.
Okay. So she starts to read, and the poem is about. The poem, as she reads, it's clear. It's like a metaphor for, like fitting into expectations, and like people put you in this box, but you want to be in this box, and like blah blah blah. But she is having such a hard time getting through it because there is so much heckling from the crowd. Someone's like, come on, just punch something, or like, hey, how about an arm wrestle? And like people are seemingly just like not even realizing they're kind of just like proving the point of her poem, and that everyone is expecting her and heckling her to do something physical, to do something like martial or fighting combat related or something like that, or just like no, they seem to have like written off her poetry before she even started, and the crowd's just not really into it. And she is taking it really personally, and like her volume's getting quieter. She's kind of hunching in her, like she's not really rising to the challenge, and she's having a hard time up there.
I stand up and shout, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" and show some respect.
Maggie sees you and recognizes you and gives you a really bashful smile. And seems really grateful, and goes, thank you, that's very kind, but honestly I think I got what I wanted to get across. And Desarian's like, are you sure, darling? If you're not finished yet, you can keep going. That's absolutely fine. She's like, no, I think I've got all I'm gonna get for now, but thank you. And walks off the stage.
It's so sad.
She's giving me a drink from Encanto.
So I was like, well, it takes a lot to share one's own written work, so thank you, Maggie, keen eyes, everyone, and tries to get the crowd to clap. And again, the crowd feels like they're polite clapping because they're scared of Cole.
I'll use thaumaturgy to make the applause sound louder.
Applauding like loudly and begin shouting and
and that definitely gets the crowd starts to clap like a bit more, and Tasarian's like, oh well, my dear, looks like they enjoyed it more than you thought. There you go.
Can I press digitation to like give the applause a bit more volume as well?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And she looks like genuinely like confused as she's exiting the stage and looks around. It's like, what the? This doesn't match the vibe when she was on stage, for sure. But sits back down in her seat, and you do notice she is alone. The other the other group are not with her.
Aww.
They didn't go with her?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna look at the group and be like, can we drink with her?
Yeah.
Let's go sit with her.
Because she also does have a table to herself, partly because she's big, but also she just not so easy with the making friends.
I love
she does
Maggie
have a table.
so much.
One big lady to another. We're gonna go sit with her.
Yeah, we're going to force ourselves.
She looks very excited to see you guys over there, and she's like, thank you for coming. Are you guys competing? Are you entering too?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I'm a little shy.
All of you?
Nice seeing you out there too.
No, not me.
No, not me. No.
Well, I mean,
just have a relaxed evening.
At least
get
a good meal out of it, right? Well, some of them are studying. Io said she had a new lead for a new job, so I think she's out doing that. They didn't seem very keen on coming. They seem to be busy.
That couldn't wait until tomorrow. I mean,
yeah, that's unfortunate.
What kind of friends don't support other friends that want to do something
should have supported you.
like this?
Well, she gets very tunnel vision-y at times, Ao. When she gets a goal in mind, it kind of is hard to distract her. And in some ways, it's great because it means like she says something's gonna get done, it gets done, and you never have to doubt that she is a woman of her word. But it does sometimes she can get a bit too focused. Needs help removing the blinders, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that your friends suck at being friends.
I'm glad we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys, and it definitely is more fun than sitting by myself. That's for sure. And then as you're having this conversation, you see people's hands start to go up again. So clearly, Tasarian is looking for the next entrant. Are any of you raising your hands?
Again.
Maggie sees him looking, and she is like, can I help?
Sure, yeah,
she's gonna pick you up and hold you up so that he can see you. It's like,
I love that so much.
Oh my, was I missing you earlier? I am so sorry. Looks like we got some help from our friend there. Yes, sir, come on up, come to the stage.
Alright, I'll move up. Hello.
I'll immediately begin like clapping and whistling as soon as he approaches the stage.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Get hype.
Yep. Oh, hello, and what is your name, my good friend?
I'm Orion, and have you met Fred?
No, I have not met Fred.
This is Fred. He's
lovely. Lovely. What a cute little sidekick. Is he? So what talent do you have for us today? Is he? I'm guessing he's part of it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, kinda. Yeah. I'm gonna be throwing knives, but blindfolded.
At the weasel. Oh my goodness, that seems a bit dramatic for the stage.
No, I would never throw at him. He's my friend. Oh.
Well then he's not. So he's not part of the talent. It's
oh my god,
is
he knife retrieval?
Well, look, he's part of it in some way, but he's mostly supporting me.
Okay. Emotional support weasel. I see. Right. Well,
everyone needs one.
I'm assuming you brought your own knives, as obviously our trusted hosts here are not going to provide weaponry for our guests, but we do have
I have my own.
Okay,
Oh,
we
well,
do
okay.
have some targets, and they're going to pull out. He's gonna pull out some like busts from the stage. So rather than like a painted target, they're like little like torso, shoulder up statue
Nice.
figurines of like historical figures from Ankarel's history, and he's gonna line them up on one side of the stage, and for you, and be like, whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, if you could, would you be so kind and to help me a tiny little bit, please?
It better not be by standing over there, but sure.
Oh no! Of course not. No. I would not throw daggers at people unless they are very evil. But I don't think you're
Unless
evil.
they're very
I think,
evil.
He twitches a little bit as you say that. It's like, do go on.
Right. So, I mean, of course, I need to blindfold myself. Otherwise, it wouldn't be nice throwing with a blindfold, right? So, and I basically grab one of my tassels of my cloak, and I'll hand it to him. Like, could you confirm that this is actually not like you cannot see through this, please?
He's gonna hold it up, put it over his eyes. Goes, oh, it feels rather nice though. Nice fabric.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm really
and
happy with
like,
the cloak. It's very
this
comfortable.
does appear to be just regular fabric, no tricks. He is going to do a few like hand movements and say some words in Elvish, and then goes, I can also confirm it is not magical. It seems he has done a detect magic on the
Ooh.
fabric just to make sure you're telling the truth.
Cool. All right. Does
Hands
anyone
about
else
you.
want to check? Does anyone else want to check it?
Just
No?
nods of
Nobody?
head no from the audience, and no one
All right,
speaks
cool.
up.
All right, I'll line myself up so that I face the busts, and I'll blindfold myself with the tassel, and I'll have Fred set on my head,
Okay.
and I'll use him as my eyes
Okay.
Oh,
because he's my
fucking
familiar. I can do
dude.
this.
Oh my god, I love that.
Got it.
And yeah, I just start summoning my psychic daggers.
Okay.
And kind of play around with them before I chuck them at the busts.
Okay. They're at like 3 different. There's like a close, a medium, and a far. None of them are still like super far, but like they're slightly staggered. So make an attack roll at the close one.
Cool. Let's see. That is an 18.
All right, you hit the first one, no problem.
Fuck yeah.
And the crowd, there's like some oohs and ahs and some like light clapping from the crowd. It's like, well, 1 down, 2 to go, says the host.
All right. That is a 23.
Oh yeah, you absolutely. The second one, nice clean shot. The first one you hit kind of like in the like throat. This one you hit like right between the eyes.
Ooh, headshot.
He's like, oh, another success. Can he go 3 for 3?
Oh no,
Yes.
that's an 8.
Oh no.
All right. So this one you throw it and it kind of just like clips the ear and it like does a little like chip in the ear of the bus, but does whiz past it. And it's like, oh well, 2 out of 3 is still very impressive. Well done. You can take your blindfold off, sir. Can we have a round of applause? And now I will say, roll. Give me just a. It's a performance check, but you're using sleight of hand. Like, use your sleight of hand modifier with advantage, because you hit 2 out of 3.
Cool. Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh no.
I rolled 2 3s.
Oh, no!
What sleight of hand you said?
Yeah.
That's 9.
Okay.
Wow.
So the crowd, like, clapping for you.
Can I press the dissertation again for another boost to the applause?
Can you what?
Can I use prestidigitation again to boost the applause a bit?
Oh, sure, yeah. Go for it. It's like, well, it seems as we go, our entrants are just getting stronger and stronger. So our current, I feel pretty confident to say current leader in our competition, Orion. Thank you very much. You may head back to your
Thank you.
seat. And he'll just like push the statues back towards the back of the stage, making more room. It's like, all right, well, so we've had some dramatic, some intellectual, and then we've had some physical. Who is next? Who is next? And there's a few more hands from the crowd. Do anyone else here raise their hands?
Neri does.
I'll go after Neri.
All right, Neri, he'll go ahead and like just point to you. He's like, yes, that's a lovely lady in the back there. Yes, please, come up.
And I'll go up.
As you do, Nessa does a bit of a woo and just like cheering for you.
Fury will be like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 cocktails deep, so he gets rowdier and rowdier as the night progresses.
Tiefling bros.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on 1 sec, because Neri, before Maggie was picked, you mentioned bardic inspiration, right?
That was my last one.
Oh.
Yeah, because we haven't long rested, so.
Oh well, it was worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
I planned on using one for like the other 2 of you that are performing, and then thought I had the extra one, but no, Maggie took my last one.
Do you have you play a lute normally?
Yes.
Do you have that on your person?
Yeah.
Okay, he's like,
I imagine I carry it around like the same way you carry around stuff in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
On the back.
He's gonna be like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do see a lute on your back.
And as he's saying that, I'm taking it out and holding it.
Wonderful. We're gonna have our first musical performance of the night. Yes, excellent. Tell me, do you have a song in mind?
I do. I don't think it's one anyone here would have heard. It is an original.
Oh, lovely. All right, well, performing an original work of her own. Your name, darling?
Neri.
Neri, please, round of applause. And the crowd gives their polite
prestidigitation.
And again, there's that like real loud, just like everyone in the back turns to look at Nessa. She's just letting out another loud, like that's my girlfriend, like vibe.
Anyway. My headcanon is that Neri's about to perform Down by the River from Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Love it.
That's my headcanon.
But yeah, no, I will use thaumaturgy to like project a little bit. But yeah, no, basically the song's about the Moonweaver and like not in like a hyper, Christian rock way or anything, but just like this, it's subtle to where it could almost be about a lover too. But yeah.
All right. Roll a performance check for me.
I'm so scared.
We'll say
rolled dice.
We'll say with advantage because of like the thaumaturgy and the like prestidigitation from Orion, Nessa bigging you up, and you're the first musical performance. People are like excited.
Oh my god! One roll was a 2.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
The other one was a natural 20.
Hell yeah! Let's go.
Go.
So you sing.
Oh, and I have a +9 to performance, so that's
Okay.
almost.
Are you? So 29 total.
Yeah.
Are you just playing, or are you singing and playing?
She's singing and playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The room falls quiet, and it's clear very quickly that everyone is immediately drawn into your song to the point that you finish, and it takes a moment of. There's like still some moments of silence because it's almost like no one wants to break this moment, and like this almost like you've laid a spell on the room, and even Tessarian kind of goes, oh well, that was beautiful, darling. Fantastic. Another big round of applause, and may I dare say for our current leader, Neri. Like without the thaumaturgy or prestidigitation, this is the loudest applause, even like considering those advantages earlier of the night.
And she blushes as she gets off the stage.
And as you're heading back to your table, the host is like, her next drink is on me, darling, to the bartender. And goes, that was fantastic. And so you
just bought me a drink.
He did. So you have a free beverage of choice. Your next beverage. It's like, well, I envy the brave soul who will follow up with that, but any takers? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, from the same table. Oh, a friendly competition amongst the group, maybe. I love it. Yes, come up. Looking at Anna.
Anna's just like, she quietly and like head down walks up to the stage, and she asks, "Would there be any chance to turn down the lights?"
Let me see what I can do. Remind me, because what spell is it? Thaumaturgy? Like, it's like light torches and dim torches. What's a spell that just
I was gonna say Neri could do it with thaumaturgy.
Well, no, because I just remembering off the top of my head. But yeah, so again, because you saw him do some minor magic before, you see him just kind of go like a gesture like this, and all the torches in the room just kind of like burn a bit smaller. So rather than being like roaring torches, they now almost are like a step up from candles. Yeah, so they all just kind of dim a bit. It's like, will that do?
That is perfect. And this is Kalina asking to the DM.
Yes.
Is there any metal in the room?
There's metal, some metal tankards. For those, like the few that are indulging in ale or like beer, it is still very, very expensive, like imported beer. But there are some metal tankards. There are... So the metal brackets in the walls that hold the torches, like, to the walls.
Okay.
Other than that, other than that, it'd just be bits like some people have metallic jewelry on them. Anyone who has a weapon, that metal would ping. I don't think there's a ton, because it's primarily, the main thing you see as you look around is wood, stone, and lots of very lavish, sumptuous fabric. Like, there's tapestries, there's things to give the room a cozier feeling. The seats have like the bench seats, like the booths have like really plush cushions, things like that.
Curtain rod?
Actually, sure. Yeah, there's some metal curtain rods. There's curtains over some of the windows.
Perfect.
Unconventional request from an unconventional lady.
Yeah, exactly. I know that this might sound a bit strange of a request, but may I use that curtain rod right there? And she points off to one of the curtain rods. And can you tell me the length of it?
I can via Google. What is?
I just didn't want to pull a number out of my head.
Of a standard curtain rod. Let's see.
Oh yeah, about yay long.
Well, that's Jesus. The fuck? That's not helpful. Range from 24 to 144 inches. It's a big fucking range.
That's a big range.
Pick one.
It's very big.
I mean, there you go. You can say whatever you want then.
3 feet would be decent.
3 feet would be 3 feet's fine. 3 feet.
That's for like a small window. For a double window.
Maybe
I'm
they've
gonna
got
say,
2 curtains.
you know what? I don't care. We're saying it's 6 feet. There's 6. You can pull a 6 foot long rod down. How's that?
All right, that works. All right.
Why is it so complicated to find curtain rod?
Right?
Why is it so complicated? Okay.
I feel like windows tend to kind of be similar sizes.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I don't think so.
why
I
is
think
that?
generally there's...
Anyway,
I don't know.
you got a
I think
6 foot curtain rod.
Curtain rod.
The barkeep goes, "That'll be going on your tab."
I will try and repair it back to where it was.
Okay. If not, it go on your tab.
That's fine. That is fine.
I love the barkeep.
Like, I'm watching you. Okay. So as the lights go down, they hand me the curtain rod. I put the curtain rod. I'm assuming there's like a stool or something to lean it across. Okay. So I put the curtain rod on top of it. I then produce flame.
Okay.
So I have like a flame out of my thumbs.
Okay. You see, the crowd is a little like a whoa, like a noise of like, oh, danger, excitement from the crowd. And Tasarian backs him and goes, "Careful, this is expensive fabric." Like, backs away from the fire.
I want
Just
to
don't come too near.
Nuts.
I produce flame.
Okay.
It says, for my first trick, I am going to bend this curtain rod by using my bare hands. So, with Kalina to the DM, I'm going to be using heat metal.
Okay. To make it pliable.
To make it pliable.
Gotcha.
And bend it into, a circle.
Okay. I will say you don't have to roll to avoid damage because you're fire resistant because you're a fire druid, right? Like, you just naturally have it. So I'll say, and you're being careful enough, you're not burning yourself. But then roll a strength check with advantage.
Sure.
Just strength or athletics if you want.
Ooh, I'll do athletics.
Really throw that upper body strength in there.
24.
Oh,
Ayo.
easy. Easy. Like, it looks like it could be paper, for all you know.
Fantastic.
And as you do that, some really drunk guy in the crowd is like, hey, you can bend me over too! And then someone elbows him. It's like, dude, that's fucking rude.
And she's like, huh? What?
Tasaria's like, don't pay them any mind. That was terrible flirting. Do not acknowledge.
Okay, so she bends it into a hoop. Next, she's going to she's gonna clap her finger or snap, and she's gonna bring Bernie, right? And Bernie's just going to appear.
Another one of those, just rush of just general vocalizations from the crowd. Some excited, some scared. Yeah.
So he's
Gasp,
gonna be
shock.
Dancing around because he can levitate, right?
Yeah,
he can levitate. So he's gonna be dancing above me, right? As this for my next trick, I'm going to have my companion. Do I call him companion? I don't know if he's a companion.
Call what you want.
At any
Now.
No one in the crowd knows.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't know,
They
right?
don't care.
I'm going to have him jump through the loop. So I'm gonna have the stool have.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Worst time for it to
Womp,
freeze.
womp, womp, womp.
How
You'll
rude!
never know.
Unbelievable. What happens next?
What a cliffhanger!
We'll
Give
find
it.
this out next episode, guys.
That's it. Session over. You did. You're back.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, I think you're
I'm
back.
back. I'm back.
Yes.
So that would be the next trick. But still, the hoop. Can the hoop be hot? Can it be?
Yeah, it can have that faint glow of heated metal
Sweet.
to it.
So I'm holding it.
The longer you hold it, depending on how you go, I'll give you one more round, but eventually I might make you roll you might take a little bit of damage the longer you hold it if you're going to continuously hold it while it's hot.
That's fine.
All right. So yeah, he goes ahead and Bernie jumps in and out, weaves through the hoop, and there's lots of impressive noises in the crowd, clapping. And it's some people in the crowd who are loving it. Tasarian has backed away a little bit. He seems a bit uncomfortable by the amount of open flame that is out there.
And then for the final, I'm going to ask for a volunteer from the audience, and I'm looking to Fred and be like, any companions out there? Any animal companions?
As you say companions, you see Maggie's hand go up. You say animal companions, and she puts her hand down.
Oh,
Fred, do you want to help too? And I'm sure Fred's like, yeah, and you run up.
Yeah, go for it.
So, our friend Fred here is going to do the same thing, and hopefully he can. So,
Fred?
What do I have to roll?
Something, or
do I have to do animal handling?
No, I would. Well, I'll let. No, I'm not really. Bowdy, you are rolling either acrobatics or dexterity check. Well, I guess the same thing for a weasel. They don't really have proficiencies and shit. Well, they might. Acrobatics or dexterity for Fred.
Oh, hang on. I need to quickly look up if he has any bonuses.
I'll say you can roll with advantage, because my guess is if it looks like he's a bit close, Enna would slightly drop the hoop, because Enna doesn't want to burn your weasel. So you can roll it with advantage, because she would be doing what she can to make sure Fred's fine.
Which one did you say?
Acrobatics or straight dexterity.
Oh, definitely straight dexterity, because acrobatics. Actually, hang on.
Acrobatics should be the same unless he gets a special proficiency to it.
No, I don't think so. So it's just +3. Oh no!
Oh no!
6.
With
Fred!
With advantage?
Oh fuck, yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Oh my god!
Please, please. Oh, that's better. 16. Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That he makes it. Enna does have to very covertly drop the hoop a little bit, like adjust it so he gets through. But in fact, Enna, make a sleight of hand check just to see if anyone clocks that you have to adjust the hoop.
Okay, we'll do.
You got it, I believe.
17.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hey,
You're good.
nice.
And so now, Enna, for that whole thing, I'll say your choice. Roll a performance with advantage or an animal handling with advantage, because that's technically kind of the skill you are doing. Because then taking a page out of the Play Dicely playbook, where it's technically this is a quote performance check for your performance, but I'm not necessarily going to use your performance modifier. I might use other modifiers, but that's the gist of the skill you're doing.
So performance or animal handling?
Yeah, your choice.
I'll do animal handling.
Okay. With advantage.
21.
21.
Nice.
Handle those animals.
Yep. So, crowd applauding. Crowd seems to love it. A few people you hear also be like, I just want to pet it. There's someone in the front who really wants to pet Fred. Someone really wants to pet Fred. And roll. Actually, hold on.
And they pet Bernie because it's just magical fire, right?
No,
like
I wouldn't recommend it. And you take.
It's definitely fire.
Oh, and you take 4 points of fire damage. So if you're resistant, that would only be 2, just from you were still holding on to that heated ring.
That's fine.
A few blisters never hurt anyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have. I'm very well aware that they do hurt.
They do.
I'm
they do
aware.
fucking hurt.
All right. Okay.
And could I bend the thing back?
Yes, of course. Roll me another strength or athletics. Well, this time just strength, because you're also trying to mimic the shape. Like, you're trying to get it to back into the way it looked as well, and so it doesn't look too dinged up. I'm gonna say strength.
Strength?
Yes.
Okay.
With advantage, because it's still hot.
Both were 17.
Okay.
I rolled
nice.
2 15s, so 17.
Yep, so you put it back, and the barkeep, like, you hold it out to be like, is this okay? And she's like,
okay?
looks fine, looks fine.
Can I? Because
Thank you.
it says on prestidigitation you can also snuff a candle or a torch or a small campfire and stuff like that.
Yep.
Can I also cool down the rod as well?
Sure, I'll allow it. Why not?
Cool. All right. Yeah. Then I'll prestidigitation to cool down the rod while
So it gets put back up
after
there.
she.
So yeah,
after she
as you
straightens
leave,
it.
Maggie will assist you in getting the curtain rod back up, because you're both tall enough that you can just reach the top of the window without it.
Thanks, Maggie.
And
Nice.
so it goes, well, that was a very unique show, wasn't it? Well, I think we only have time for one more performance, and then we will crown our winner of the 250 gold piece prize. Who would like to be our
What the
final
hell?
performer? Are any more of you putting your hand up?
Oh, you still have a chance, Dutch.
Yeah, no, like at this state, probably get drunk enough, but my clock out on stage. I probably shouldn't.
All right.
Good.
So then, in this, another woman puts her hand up and is like, "All right, our final competitor for the day. Yes, ma'am, over there. Make your way to the stage." My notes. Where is she? So a like heavier set kind of like woman comes up, shorter, probably a dwarf at best guess, but she could just also be like a shorter human. You're not entirely sure. Dark-haired woman wearing a heavy hand-knit shawl, like very robust, like working fabrics, like definitely not the kind of patron who would probably normally be here, like here just for the talent show. Find my other notes.
The working class.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Her hair is like really dark black hair, but there is like a white streak that kind of runs down the middle. Very thick eyebrows. And then you notice as she's walking up, she has a badger at her side. And is walking up with
More
her.
animals.
And he goes, "Oh, apparently we're a menagerie tonight. Do we have another animal-based talent? Is that what's happening right here?" And she doesn't speak, but she just nods. And he's like, all right, well, your name, darling." And she says, "Ida." And it's like,
Aww.
"Ida, okay, Ida, yes. Well, the floor is yours. You and your friend, by all means." It seems like she maybe saw your thing and was like, "Oh, I didn't realize this was a talent, but hey, I guess I have one too." And she pulls some like treats out of her pocket and starts making the badger do tricks. So she starts out simple. It's like sit, lie down, roll over.
Aww.
And then she like taps her shoulder and he leaps up from the ground and like on her shoulder, which has been impressive, you know. I don't think
For a badger,
badgers,
that's
yeah,
very
badgers
impressive.
are not seeming particularly dexterous. So that gets the first reaction from the crowd. Yeah, before it was like, while she was doing the simple tricks, it was like the small talk ambience, like the crowd seems to have already deduced that there was a clear winner and they weren't really watching. But then the badger jumps down and she does some more hand gestures and the badger goes up on hind legs and almost starts to do a little dance of all things. And then that gets a few more people watching. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And then she like points to the bar, and she's doing all this without saying or making a sound. All this is like nonverbal. Points to the bar, and the badger runs to the bar and picks up like a beverage and manages to bring over like a very small glass in its mouth without spilling a drop, and that seems to get the most reaction from the crowd. And then she just does a like toast to the crowd and takes a sip of her drink and leaves the stage. Doesn't wait, and Tasarian's like, oh, we're done. Oh, okay. Well, yes. Ida and her badger. Well done. It seems just very confused as to what the fuck just happened. And it's like, did she just like swindle a free drink? But that's
amazing.
And
okay,
awesome. That's awesome.
Okay,
fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know.
Anna, roll me a perception check with advantage.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, with advantage?
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's go. What is this?
The badger's gonna be a
all right,
person.
Anna, you as she's leaving the stage, you piece together. You're like, wait a minute, like a bunch of like puzzle pieces just click in your brain. Her hair is very similar to the badger's, and like being in the Feywild as you have, being a druid as you are, knowing other druids, you also are not unfamiliar with the concept of were creatures, like humanoids that can turn into various animals. And you get the sense why she is so innately in tune with this badger is you think that is a fellow druid, likely a were badger that just performed on the stage.
That's sick. What? Bro.
That's amazing.
Nice.
So
That's
Tasarian's like, well, that is all the time we have for today. Let me tally the results. Oh wait, no, I'm done. Haha, we know. All right, in third place. Now again, there's only a prize for first, so this is more for shits and giggles, or to say better luck next time, I guess. Third place, we have. He was writing down the names of the performers. Goes third place. We have a tie between Orion and Ida. Round of applause for our entrance. In second place, we have the lovely Enna. Round of applause. And in first place, and maybe if you all cheer ever so nicely, she'll honor us with an encore. Neri claps, winning.
More presentation, applause.
Yeah. And it's like, if you would like to come up here and claim your prize, please.
You know her.
And
my friend too, guys.
Yeah, this time Nessa straight up goes, "That's my girlfriend!" and just like yells it from the back.
Neri is blushing massively, but yeah, she goes up.
And he hands you a coin purse that contains 250 gold pieces and says, "Congratulations, darling. That was fantastic. And I do believe you might have a standing gig here if you choose to."
Good to know. Thank you.
It's like, all right, I hope you enjoyed the show, everyone. Enjoy the cocktails the rest of the night. My name's Tasarian. I perform here 2 or 3 nights a week. Hope to see you again soon.
Probably
On
not,
with your
but
merriment.
You were great.
Leaves the stage.
Well,
all right.
Obviously, all of our drinks are on me.
Thank you.
Ooh,
As you do that, but if anyone goes to try another drink, the barkeep will tell you don't need to pay because you're sitting with the winner. So it's 250 gold
shit.
and the rest
Even better.
of the evening.
Hell yeah.
Bottomless drinks, but we gotta fuck up soon. God, that's a shame, isn't it?
How fast can you drink?
Hey!
A challenge?
I was kidding. I don't think that's a good idea if we're gonna go.
No, it's probably not. Because we have some,
with
like,
the rest of our
actual
plans
important-
for tonight. Yeah,
important shit to
Yeah,
do,
we're kind of
yeah.
packed.
but I'm not gonna say out loud.
We got stuff.
But you guys were great. You guys did awesome, all of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of
Awesome.
fun, and Fred even
Great.
performed twice.
Yeah,
You did?
Fred.
Yeah, you did.
I give him a little pat on the head.
Yeah, he was good.
And like Neri cleans, or not Neri, Nessa is visibly besauced at this point because she got here hours before you. And she like kind of leans over and is intending to be like, like stealthily seductive whisper in Neri's ear, but you all just hear her very, very stage whisper, be like, "You were so hot," while she was singing that.
Neri's just gonna like pat her shoulder and give her a kiss on the cheek.
Don't just pretend I did not hear that. So, anyway, we probably have to go, huh? We've got some shit to do.
Yeah, you probably should.
Be a good idea, I think.
Yes.
This is like, going. Where are you going? The drinks are flowing. Where are you going? That rhymes. I'm so good.
Oh my god.
Oh. That's your problem.
That's your problem.
Maggie, it's great to see you. Once again, I'm sorry your friends suck, but hopefully, we're better friends now, right? And we all have a good time together.
Of course, you have somewhere to be.
Yep.
We have some business to deal with.
I promised some blacksmith or something. Basically, because I'm champion, I need a better sword. And he was like, "Oh, it's 5,000 gold for this sword." Like, that's way too expensive, right? So basically, do some job for him and do some promotion of his shop, and I get a sword for cheap, and it's awesome.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty solid deal. Nice.
That's what I thought.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll stick around. I mean, I think if they're gonna give me free drinks because I'm sitting here, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, be
say
sure
no.
to make use of that, because we can't. It's fine. You take it all. It's fine.
Neri will look at her and kind of nod toward Nessa and be like, "Do you mind?"
Oh, sure. Oh, that's fine.
I appreciate you. just to make sure she's safe.
Do you know where she's staying? Does she
I'm
know
pretty
where
sure
she's
she
staying?
knows.
Nessa's like,
I'm pretty sure
I
she's very
know
aware.
where I'm staying. Okay, come on, that's rude. And Maggie's like, I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll be
Have a
fine.
good
We'll
night.
probably
Thank
be
you
back
so
in
much.
a
You
few
did
hours.
amazing.
Yeah, if you guys
We
stay
love your
around here, we
poem.
should be back in a bit, I think.
Yeah, if you start to get up to leave, Nessa's like, I really liked your poem. You should do more. And Maggie's like, oh, thank
Let's
you.
go.
And they seem to be getting along pretty well.
Yay.
As you leave.
We
I'm
stand
just
supporting
picturing
friends.
Nessa with just like slurred speech. You're great.
Everyone's great.
No,
Everyone's
well, then
great.
Nessa's like, I mean, I just
Awesome.
did some poetry. We could write some poems together. And Maggie's like, yeah, we'll
Poems.
do that.
Dude, it's like none of her friends showed up, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
That's
That's
not real
messy.
friends.
I want to give Maggie a
Alright.
hug.
So,
Can I give her a hug?
yeah, sure. She will accept a hug. She seems very, very appreciative of
I
a
whisper
hug.
in her ear, you did a really good job.
Oh.
Well, that's very kind of you. I don't agree, but thank you.
Oh.
All right, so
What a cutie.
you are heading to. So now the plan is head to the shrine. Make sure it includes the bakery on your route, kind of thing.
Yeah, quick
Yep.
scope out, see what the situation is.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not going to spend much
have
time.
an
with
idea
the
of what the
bakers.
entry points are and that sort of thing, so we know where we're headed.
Okay.
The next day, I guess.
Question for you guys. We're only about an hour and a half in, but since this is a good transition point, would you want to take a break now and then come back and
Probably.
do things rather than in the middle of whatever
things?
your next task is, and then have a break kind of awkwardly in the middle while you're doing it?
No, we can-
Does
we
that
can
imply
do
that
it again, guys.
crazy shit's gonna happen in a little bit, and we're gonna?
No.
Yeah.
No, just
Damn
narrative
right.
flow. Narrative flow is important, immersion. All right, then we will take a 5 or 10 minute break. Those who've been watching and hanging out with us, thank you. We appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. Make sure
back.
to check
Or
out
else.
our players at their own pages, channels, links to other stuff, and we'll see you in a bit.
Pages, channels, links to other stuff.
Yeah, all the things, you
That
know.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very dramatic music. very dramatic break music. It makes it seem like something very, very scary is going to happen, but I assure you it's not.
Beeb.
Hello.
Hello.
I found that thing that I had during announcements that I couldn't remember the name of. I remember it now. The stream / page that is doing that charity event for Extra Life is called Tales of Initiative. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
I fuck with that name.
I put their Twitter link in the chat, so you should check that out. Follow them, because they're some cool people doing cool TTRPG things, and including a charity marathon next weekend in November for Extra Life. Gonna be fun.
Tales TTRPG Palooza.
Yeah. I'm playing in one of them. So,
Nice.
let's get back into things. Our group is headed to the River District. Actually, let's go to this scene. And let's let you guys see where you're heading, shall we? So, you know you're headed to the River District, because that is where you're told the bakery is, and also conveniently where the blacksmith and the ghost is, which is great.
Perfect. Great.
And just a reminder, the briefing you were given by the Cobalt Soul was, again, they think this is an illegal fence for magical items, so you need to bring back proof of this, so before they go to the hands of Ord, they're not just going to tell law enforcement without tangible evidence. So you're trying to find tangible evidence. You're going to be paid 250 gold for proof that he is selling illegal magical items, and you also get 250 gold per magical item you bring back to the Cobalt Soul as well. As a reminder.
Repeat that. Hold on.
So you'll get 250 gold just for evidence he is selling illegal magical weapons. But then additional 250 gold per magical item you bring back, if you bring back any.
That's cool.
The potential for some giga money.
Yeah. All right. So, his house is near one of the many canals in the city. You can position yourselves. Your tokens are all just kind of on the bottom there. This is the path you would have been coming up to, leading there. But if you want to change how you're positioned, feel free. I've just put your tokens on there so that they're there. I guess this is, moving this over a little bit so that it's more
And we haven't
centered.
taken any rests, right?
Correct.
No.
Nope.
Could we say, like, if someone needed, like, could we treat that, like, time at the tavern as, like,
That could be a short
or
rest. Well, definitely for Cole and Fury, because you weren't
Yeah, I didn't
competing.
do anything.
Like, Enna was casting spells and stuff.
Could
during
my
that,
my
so-
song have been a song of rest?
We'll say
for
that,
the
though.
rest
Your
of the
song
party?
that you
Oh,
performed could
nice.
have been a song of rest. So what does that mean?
I don't need anything.
I think it
though.
gives them an extra d6 in their hit dice.
Oh, shit.
But
If you roll any hit
I
dice,
only
yeah,
have
it gives
2
you
hit
more.
dice left,
Okay.
I'm back at max.
which
me
I don't
double
need.
check.
Like, I'm gonna use them both, I think. But
Yeah, no.
So
Well,
like
sure. We'll
I-
say your tavern time was a short rest. I'd be generous. It's also been, a while since we played, so.
Thank you.
It's been a
What was
minute.
the last
I think on
thing
my
that
short
we-
rest, I get my, like,
um,
runes back as well, which is kind of
So,
Yeah.
Cole and Fury were able to get hit die
roll.
back, correct?
Yeah. Well, I'll say everyone else can as well if you want to. I was debating not, because those of you that competed, you weren't, like, resting because you were actively doing something, but it wasn't the same as, full level
Plus,
exertion.
like, we've probably
so-
been there for, like, a few hours, and
Yeah.
their performance, like, a short rest on paper only is, like, an hour. Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's-
yeah, so-
Yeah.
So that's
So
fine.
2d8 plus
We'll
6.
give it to you.
But that means I get all my fighter shit back, like my
13.
action.
I
guess I just
surge,
didn't take any
my
damage last time
runes.
because I have full health.
19.
I'm just missing one blade
So-
zone.
As you
I'm back in
arrive
now.
at the baker's address, the soft sound of water lapping against canal banks is audible as you approach the building. Scents of honey and rose mingle with the smell of freshly cut grass. Actual grass, not the rose.
SCG?
Old Man Crooks, 'cause that's the guy's name, Kruuk, Krook. Old Man Crooks is painted in large letters above the door, and a sign hanging from the door's handle reads, "Sorry, we're closed. See you in the morning." But again, you're not that worried because you were told by the Cobalt Soul that any of the black market dealings likely happen after business hours, so you weren't trying to get there when it was open.
Firm. Once
Yeah.
we get there, I'll kind of just like, all right. So what is the plan here? I feel like, just for our sake, maybe try
Just-
not to be
No,
too obvious. But
Yeah, I
maybe-
thought we'd just like walk by and just look at it.
Yeah,
maybe
I guess I
walk
can
around
also.
the premises, look for potential like points of entry and all that
Mhm.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
I guess I could try send Fred in
Well,
as well. Like
yeah.
if there's like an opening, because he can just bamf way.
Wait, can I not turn us invisible because I have this?
That
cool
too. I can do that too. So there's that too. If
I was thinking that we wouldn't actually approach the building.
Okay.
But I mean,
is there any lights turned on or anything?
Yes,
Like, is there any lights?
Yeah, like the sign says closed, but it does seem like there is some candlelight. There's like someone is still home. But also, like, he lives here. It's a home and business.
Right.
So.
And is there like, because I'm guessing there's like a separate part that is like the living area from the bakery, right?
Your best guess, yeah, since he also lives here. I doubt he's gonna have his bed just like out in the bakery floor.
But does it seem like the bakery part at least is like?
Well, the sign, so you know, like the map you're looking at, the sign that says like Old Man Crooks and like sorry we're closed is on this door. Like this one is the bakery entrance, and the door that's to the left of it here looks a bit unadorned. Like you would guess that's a doorway to maybe his residence, and that's like his little like cottage tacked onto, because you see they're kind of like separate buildings, but they touch, but they do seem to be kind of separate buildings. So the one to the right is the bakery, and the one to the left is his house.
And is
or
the
like apartment
light,
or
is the light on in which part is the light on?
It seems to be in the bakery part still.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we don't want to get too close, I guess I could just send Fred and I can look through his eyes to see what's going on. You know, it's kind of what I just did with the knife throwing. You know, I can do that here too.
Yeah, that works. And as long as you can see, you know, any points of like, you know, doors, windows,
and like the most important thing, we don't want to alarm him of anything.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want him to. So
that's why I figured let's send Fred, because he's small. Like he's not gonna like stand out or anything, you know.
Yeah,
just a little animal, you know, perusing around. Nothing suspicious there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send Fred around to look at through a window or something.
So Fred skirts the perimeter of the whole building. Fred sees another door towards the back. So up here is a doorway to another building. One thing that Fred does find, maybe seems a little odd, there are no windows on this whole building.
What?
Okay.
What?
Can I look for like any holes or like maybe like a spot for like where mice got through or something? Just any tiny holes that could maybe get through?
Yeah, sure. We'll say on like the east side of the building, maybe Fred finds evidence of maybe some digging or some entry points used by like field mice and small mice to get into the bakery, because you know bakery food, prime place for mice to want to go.
Yeah.
So we'll say like over here, so the eastern side of the building is where Fred finds a mouse hole.
Okay, but nothing in the part where there's no windows.
There's no windows anywhere.
Oh, I thought it was just the back part.
That's so
like the
weird.
Back part where there's no windows.
For a
windows
bakery?
Anywhere.
That's suspicious. So I found some
window with all kinds of pastries and shit on display, like nothing.
Yeah, wouldn't you put your pastries on display? That's right.
And can Fred make a perception check for me?
I'm sure he can.
Because you're seeing through his eyeballs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it here? I was going to say, if it's hearing or smelling, it's
it is not. It is not scent or noise based.
Okay.
This thing.
Then it is just a. Oh, he still has +3 for perception though. That's nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's 21.
Okay. You do see through his eyes around the sign that says they are closed under his name. There are what to the untrained eye would be just some like artistic placed like dots, like decoration. But you, Orion, given your background, know this is Thieves' Cant. And this is a hidden message to others who know Thieves' Cant, and it is code to identify a place as a repository for stolen goods.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, I found something juicy. So there's there's like actually you guys probably might not know this, but yeah, I have this special language I kind of know. Yeah, this is definitely a place for stolen goods.
Well, and you're saying you can just tell that because he wrote that on his like what?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Is that
a
the thing
hidden
people do? They
language.
just write it on their walls in a secret language, like, "Oh, bring your stolen shit here." That's a thing.
Well, yeah, I guess, but not as obvious. It's like a special language, like I
What's to
mentioned.
stop
Like it
the
doesn't
gods from seeing that and learning these
because they don't
symbols?
know the language. It's something that I can actually read, and I guess not many people can read it. But yeah,
Correction, it's not so much of like a
subtle.
language, like it's not written like there's letters, like repositories. It's more like a sign, and that sign,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that image has been made, like it's pictograms or like hieroglyphs almost. Like this one
Yeah.
image or these patterns of dots mean stolen good repository. Another pattern of dots might mean like safe house. Another pattern of dots might mean like it's not like the actual letters like REPOS are written out. Just making sure that was clear.
Yeah, it's just like the concept
A symbol, basically.
Yeah.
of this being plastered on walls. Just blows your mind.
It's very subtle. Nobody knows.
It's specifically on the sign that says that he is closed. It's not on the wall of the building.
It's cheeky.
Yeah, so yeah, it's nothing obvious. It's very tiny, subtle things that if you don't know the language, you don't recognize it. But if you do know the language, you know what to look for. You know, kind of that thing. So yeah, this is definitely this is the place. We gotta get in here somehow.
All right.
So
tomorrow we will do so.
Just for the sake of this, right? So there's the bakery building, then there is this other building, which we assume is where he lives, and then there's a building
there's no
behind
windows.
it, right?
Yes.
That is weird, but well, if I were to put myself in the shoes of a shady businessman, right? Which I feel like you wouldn't, as they say, shit where you eat, right? So you wouldn't do it in the bakery or in his home. You would do it in the one structure behind it, or the one that we see there, but we don't know what the fuck is in it because there's no windows anyway.
I guess
right?
so, yeah.
But
I did find through Fred we found some holes into the bakery part, so I guess we could just take a look because there is light in there, so you know we could just sneak in real quick, take a peek.
Can Fred unlock doors? Does he have?
No, I don't think he can. No, he's got tiny paws, you know. I don't think he can.
Hands.
Yeah, like
someday you might be able to cast knock through him.
Maybe someday I can use the magic throw to do it, but yeah, no, not today. Sorry.
Okay, so for tomorrow, because there's essentially 3 buildings for us to potentially check out. We have to make sure that we like divide and conquer in such a way that, say, all of us focus on the bakery, and he hears something, but he's in the other building. He might fuck up without us seeing.
Exactly.
He might call backup and that we don't see. So we definitely have to make sure that we have eyes on all 3 of structures.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
I
have time to figure all that out.
Actually, if you actually don't know this, I think, but I actually have this trick where I can actually talk to you guys. You can talk back. But you cannot talk to each other, but you can talk to me, and then I can like transfer information. So if we split up, we could maybe use that too, I guess.
Okay. Wait, you can like talk to me in my head, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. She can become very small, and then she can unlock doors.
Ooh.
I can become like a mouse, and I can go in and open the door, and then I can come back out.
I can become very big and kick in a door.
Yeah, but that's
that would make a lot of noise.
That would, yeah, you're right. Probably cool trick, not in this situation though. No, you're right.
I mean, I can lockpick myself.
Well, right, but
But if I can open it from the inside, though.
True.
Because didn't Fred get in? Do you think
I
he can?
Fred
not
can
yet.
get in,
Yeah, we're not going in yet.
No, I'm not saying that.
Fred cannot get in the building. The hole's too small for Fred. But
Fred
found because Fred found tiny mouse hole, like field mouse, house mouse. That's all that could fit
but have you? I saw a picture or like a video earlier. Have you seen a cat get through like a hole this small?
But that's because cats are a fourth state of matter,
liquid.
and cats are liquid. They don't count.
Cats are liquid. Yeah, they don't count.
Weasels cannot do that.
That
I know of.
No, Fred.
I don't know.
Would I have
Fred's
seen
special,
like
okay?
a mouse at least twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I could do that.
I mean, yeah, it's
Perfect.
And
I can go in and do that.
Maybe as a mouse, yeah, that works.
I can open it from the inside.
Let's I think we got some good information. Let's go ahead and handle these ghosts, and then we have like an entire day to figure out how we want to infiltrate this place.
Sounds
We don't
good.
have to stand around outside of it being suspicious.
Yeah.
Fair. Don't be
Be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Okay.
So to a shrine of Melora is where we're headed now, right? I believe.
Sounds good.
Yes, a shrine of the Wild Mother. Also, I totally
Wild mommy
lied, but you can still get there in time. It's fine. But the shrine is in the Sigil district, is what I said. So now you have to backtrack a little bit, but it's fine. So it wasn't actually on the way. That's on me.
Laura.
You're fine.
To us.
It's like 1 a.m. We're tired. We've had alcohol.
Basically, like the talent show was like in the middle, and then you went north to the baker. Now you're going south past the and going to the other one for the.
No, that's fine.
But it's fine.
It's fine. We're fine. We'll sleep when we're done.
Yeah. Again, for reference, Sigil District was the mainly academic one, which is why the blacksmith was having some trouble drumming up business.
Yeah.
And it also it has the Allegiance of Allsight University is there, and the big archaeological dig site is there that has the big hole in the ground that they're investigating, but also the shrine to the Wild Mother. A lot of people think it's in the River District because, nature, the greenest place in the city, and then they realize that, nope, it's in the Sigil District. Anyway, that's where you're going. So you're going to head that way, and again, there's only one shrine there, so you can just ask anyone that's still on the streets or out for directions, and they can direct you to it. It's not hard to find. And yeah, we'll say you get there around, between midnight, 1 a.m.-ish. As soon as you get there, what it looks like is, again, there isn't really greenery in the Sigil District, but there is, but not compared to the river, but in one of those pockets, it's kind of like a pocket in between some buildings, there's this kind of curated green space. It's clear this had to be very much maintained by people. It is not naturally occurring, unlike the River District, which seems kind of like naturally occurring oasis in the city. There is a path between these two buildings with some greenery lining it that leads up a hill, and then if you follow that up on the hill, there is a large tree on the top of the hill, not like a leafy tree, pretty wide trunk, large branch. It seems like it's been here for a while, but again, this was put here and people worked hard to keep it looking nice, but been here for a while. Very large tree, and the tree has some ropes or twine around it that people have written prayers or written out requests or prayers to the Wild Mother that hang from the ropes around this tree. And there is a small fountain as well, not a fountain, a pond. The path is in front of the tree. And then behind the tree, there's a very small, kind of a really nice shed. I say shed in that it's a very small little structure made to only occupy a few people at a time. If people wanted to pray in private kind of thing and not be out. Some people just will pray or write a prayer or just get down, meditate around the tree. But if anyone wanted a place to not be seen and do it, there's a very small little enclosure for that behind the tree. What is the marching order as soon as as you approach the area?
Spoopy ghost marching order.
I'll go first if no one else wants to.
I'll be.
Is it
I'll behind you.
Doubles or is it single file?
There's lots of room. It's not because it's an open space, so you're heading up to the top of the hill.
Okay.
So
yeah, fair. Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
It's a cool. Because I'd be really intrigued because it's nature oriented. And I really want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So who, Anna and Cole are kind of the frontmost, we'd say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be behind them.
As you get there, as you're approaching, you all start to hear that almost mournful kind of wailing sound that the blacksmith described. That sounds a bit off-putting, not a comforting noise. Sounds a bit creepy. Sounds slightly, if you had to guess, not that one should assume, but if you had to guess, slightly feminine. And you all hear that. But then Enna and Cole, I need to look up something. I thought I had this up in my notes. Gotta find it real quick. There we go. So those that are behind Enna and Cole see as you crest the hill and you're now at the top of the hill coming towards the tree, you see these a ghostly hand appear and reach out to both of them.
Watch out, guys! There's hands.
We're gonna catch these hands apparently.
Interesting. All right, so
can I
Cole?
telekinetic slap?
No, Cole, that was an 18 to hit, like against your AC, and Enna, it's a 19.
That hits.
Oh,
Yeah, it just hits.
All right. So as you guys see these skeletal hands appear, one reaches out and seems to be gentle. Like, it doesn't seem like like it does seem to almost like gently place a hand on both their shoulders. But as it does, Enna and Cole both immediately like kind of like cringe away from it as if it was like in pain, and it was very, very it feels like icy to the touch on your shoulder, even through whatever you're wearing. Cole, you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and Enna, you take 4 points of necrotic damage as the hands touch you, and then the hands dissipate as you like recoil from them.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Awesome.
The fuck, dude?
I don't like this.
What kind of shit is that?
Good question. Good question.
Did we, since we walked behind them, did we see where they come from? Like what direction?
They seem to appear from out of the tree branches, almost like come down and then settle on their shoulders.
Can I look into the tree, see if I see anything from like coming like in that direction?
Sure. Make an perception or investigation. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Oh,
Sure.
Table.
So you can
Dash
assist.
save or die. Oh, that's it. Oh, assist?
Yeah.
So advantage?
Yeah, go.
Oh, well, I mean, that didn't matter because that one was a natural one. That's a 10.
How much?
All right.
10.
Okay. You look up where the hands came from. You don't immediately see anything that like suggests or like seems to relate to those hands. Like there's nothing glowing, there isn't movement, but as you're looking, you hear another one of those kind of like wailing noises. This time almost sounds like there's a little bit of almost like some faint undertones of maybe someone like sobbing or crying, like that stifling tears to it, and it does sound like it's coming from above you in the tree.
I don't see anything, but it seems like it comes from there, from up there.
Oh, I'm going. We're not in an initiative or anything, right?
No, you're not initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Nice. Dude, I am so useless when it comes to like supernatural shit. So I'll just like look at my fellows and be like, any advice? I don't really know what the fuck to do.
I am gonna activate my Crimson Right on my
like
non-magical blade.
Okay.
I want to have something to like make light or something, like up there.
I do. And I fucking
do.
my amulet.
Oh,
The
that's
amulet
right,
emits
amulet.
light from you. Yes, I believe.
Yeah, so I'll like grab the amulet in my hand and like
Okay.
use an action to cause it to shed bright light for 15 feet and dim light for an additional
Okay.
15 feet on the top of that. Shining at the fucking tree.
Okay.
Come on,
There you go. You're useful now.
I'll cast Reduced Flame as
Okay.
a way to see.
Okay. As you do that, you do see a particular branch kind of seems to move a bit. Some of the leaves rustle, and you hear, you all hear as you like produce light, kind of like, I just want to be left alone. And then I need, Fury. I'm gonna need you to make a save for me.
Oh no.
What the heck and frick?
Just gotta check what the save is. It's a
Can I
Constitution
change-
save,
no.
please.
On?
I mean, you win those, right?
On paper, yes.
I have a thing, and I forgot I have a thing.
Where's
and I
my
wish I
shit?
had cast
Where's
it
my shit not
instead.
rolling?
That's fine.
There you go. 21?
All right.
Nice.
For a moment, as it says that, your eyes almost start to like cloud over as if something's trying to obscure your vision, but you like kind of like shake it off, and your eyes clear.
I'm rolling double. I'm rolling in my D&D Beyond and in above VTT, and for some reason they're separate rolls. So
what?
I clicked the roll button on D&D Beyond,
Interesting.
and it rolled in both the tabletop and in D&D Beyond, but they're two separate rolls.
Advantage!
That's so strange.
For no reason.
Which one's
Weird.
higher?
Okay. Well, I was looking at D&D Beyond when I said the 21, and then I opened the tab to the VTT, and I see that it was a 13. I'm like, well, that's not right.
Yeah, 21's way better. Yeah.
I'll roll exclusively in above VTT for now, I guess, to avoid that issue.
I'm gonna roll real dice.
Same.
Also a good shout. Yeah, 21.
So
all we get
who's
she wants to be left
talking?
alone.
Who's there?
as all this has happened, Cole wishes he had cast Aura of Life instead. But
Oh no.
still could.
Who's up there in the tree who wants to be alone?
Are ghosts
Hello?
considered undead?
Anyone?
As you, Orion, you call out to it, you take 7 points of necrotic damage as another one of those hands comes out from the tree. But this time it seems to, rather than touch you, it seems to go like as if it's trying to push you away. And it pushes and it goes through you, and as it goes through you, you take those points of necrotic damage.
Okay,
There's no need for
Cole
that.
is gonna waste the other spell slot that he used, and he's going to change his concentration to cast Aura of Life.
Okay.
Aura of Life is a dope 4th level spell that
Ooh.
gives every non-hostile creature within a 30-foot radius resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
And your hit point maximum can't be reduced, and you gain 1 hit point every time you start a turn in the aura.
Dude, that's
Nice.
sick. What the fuck?
So from this point on.
From this point on, not retroactive.
Okay, so you gain 1 hit point as long as
when
I'm
you start a turn, which we're not in.
Yeah, so like
initiative
every
yet, but I'm
few
just trying to
seconds, I'll
help
just
us.
be like, have a hit point, and just like
It's-
Okay.
marking the time.
We're getting hit with
Isn't it
necrotic
that?
damage. So
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
let's give us
Nice.
resistance to that.
That was not needed. I mean, we only want to help. Who's there?
You just hear.
The more this happens.
You just hear really quietly this time, like as if they're not directly responding to you. They just couldn't help it. But you just hear, no one can help me.
Why not?
And then, let's see. This is to hit.
Oh,
roll?
wait, my
yes.
fucking captions link just.
Oh, I'll need to give you another
expired.
one.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just says
Uh-oh.
the invite link isn't valid,
All right.
even though it's been open the
Ooh,
entire time. Weird.
Orion, as you say that, I need you to make a Constitution save for me, please.
Oh god, damn it!
Yeah, I can't help you with that one, bud.
I can.
14.
Hold before you announce what that does, Laura. Give me
yes.
1 second. I swear I have a thing that I can do if one of my homies fails a saving throw.
Why is it not intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? Damn
Your
it.
amulet, I think, gives you the ability to let people reroll saves or
It's-
something.
The fucking amulet. Yeah, that's where I was like, what the fuck is it with my amulet? Yeah, so I'm gonna expend one of my charges to just give Orion a chance to reroll that saving throw, just in case.
Is it like
Just
the
in
second
case.
one counts, or is it like the highest counts?
I think it acts as a point of luck, so it's just like whatever you roll now counts.
So up to you if you
Yeah, they
want
must
to.
use the new roll.
Right. Okay.
So
I mean, a 14 is not too bad.
Okay.
I guess it's up to you. I guess.
No, fuck it. I'll take it. I'll take whatever happens.
Okay.
So
you take.
I'm not rerolling.
So you see now from the tree, like this ray of like sickly greenish energy lashes
Oh,
out
no.
towards Orion. You take 9 points of poison damage, but
Oh, no.
you are not poisoned. You just
Convenient.
you feel real queasy all of a sudden as it hits you, and like you fight an overwhelming urge to throw up, and you manage to keep it down, but
The
it definitely
fury is
hurt.
getting
And by now, I'd say you guys,
annoyed.
enough things have happened. You get a specific point in the tree. You can tell where these are coming from now. You still don't see an entity, but you would have a specific, like, if you were, like, pinpointing something, you probably get, like, that branch over there, that side, like, that far from the trunk. Like, you have an idea now of where the direction all this is coming from.
I will yell out to the ghost. Okay, you're starting to make me really angry. You're hurting my friends. We came here to investigate what's going on. We could be trying to help. You're being pretty rude right now.
What's this?
Make a persuasion check?
Oh, fuck me. I'm not good at that at all, but I'll give it a crack.
Actually, intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
I have proficiency intimidation, and wait, I have advantage? Why? Why do I get advantage?
Couldn't tell you.
Hold on. Because it might be like I have advantage only when a certain thing is happening, so I gotta make sure that that's not.
Are we sure that this is a ghost? Or not a spirit of the tree?
We have no idea.
A tree spirit doing necrotic damage, though?
Oh,
So,
I don't have advantage. It's only when I have my frost rune active, but I don't right now. So it's a good thing I double check that. Oh, that's wish I had advantage. It's a 9.
It's a 9. She didn't.
Nine.
You can hear. I told you, no one can help me. Now leave. And is starting to get very stressed. It sounds both. It sounds like angry, and it's trying to convey anger, but it's not doing. It can't help but you hear also the undertones of fear in what it says to you. Fury.
If this bitch touches me.
Fury,
I am
roll
not
one
rebuking her. I
more
don't give a fuck.
Constitution save for me, please.
I hope I failed just so I can hellish rebuke her because I'm sick of her shit.
Oh.
That's not very
Natural
nice.
fucking 20. God damn it.
All right. For a moment, it seems like, you know, that feeling like when your ears feel kind of like when there's a pressure change and you need to like pop your ears to clear your ears. Like your ears feel kind of like almost as someone like put hands over your ears for a second, but then again you kind of shake it off and it stops. Nothing seems to happen.
Nice. You wasted 2 of their spell slots so far. Good shit.
Can you stop?
There-
I'm pretty sure that's cantrip, my man. Pretty sure she'll touch
No,
the
it's blind as
cantrip.
deafness, I think.
legit
That's-
question.
that's spell.
Oh,
DM.
maybe.
Yes.
Are ghosts considered undead? Or are they a different thing?
I think so.
I would assume.
And
I will Google. I will look it up. I
Yeah,
wanna make
yeah.
sure.
Media. A ghost stat block says medium undead.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Okay.
Can
Cool.
I... Because Fred is small, right? Can I
Fred is
just send
small.
him up the tree?
Sure.
Like, not noticing, like being very stealthy and stuff?
Sure.
He
Have
gets
Fred make a stealth check.
Alright, that's... I believe... Yeah, +5, hell yeah. Let's go, Fred. That is 21.
Okay, yeah, he climbs up, no problem. Gets in the
Can
branches.
you see anything?
Yep.
Like,
He
can
goes
I
to-
look through him?
Yeah, he goes to where you've directed him to be, and what Fred sees is what looks to be a teenage girl hiding in the tree. Red hair, freckles, in like a night dress, human, darker skin, and seems to be just like she's looking through some of the leaves, like out, like still making sure she's obscured by the foliage, and she's looking down at you guys. She hasn't noticed Fred yet.
I understand that it's scary and we're with a big group and stuff, but we're really trying to help you, and we don't want to hurt you, and you're kind of hurting us, and it's not very nice, but we do really want to help you, so if you could just come down in the tree. I kind of know what you look like now, so don't be freaked out, but I do, and we really just want to help you.
Make a persuasion check.
What's my persuasion again?
Oh, Dutch, you need a new captions link.
I do, yes, because for
That
some
is the
reason it
thing.
expired, even though it
Yes.
wasn't inactive at all.
14.
So I know.
Camera's gonna go weird for 2 seconds, fam.
That's the first time that happens. I guess maybe I've been like super quiet for a long, and that's
Maybe.
why the caption, like, what the fuck?
Hasn't happened before though.
No, it hasn't. So I don't know.
And
I
I,
think
in theory,
quiet
kicked. I tried to kick the old one, and it's not working. Your old one's just fucking
hello,
weird.
hello, 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 hello. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Even if I can't kick the old one, the new one will be the one that shows up, so it's fine.
All
Alright, so what was the result of your persuasion check?
14.
14. You see the girl through Fred. Like, think about it, think it over. You see one of those skeletal hands start to appear from her, and she goes, no! And she looks like screws up her eyes, looks like really, like, almost in pain for a minute, and the hand dissipates while she's going to realize, and then she slowly climbs out of the tree. And so now the rest of you also see this human teenager, like, reddish brown hair, darker skin, some freckles. And by darker, it's like the really, really, like, it's hard to tell whether it's just she spends a lot of time in the sun or she just naturally, like, has a deeper, like, more melanin skin tone. It's hard to tell which one of those, but, like, a very warm, like, brownish skin tone. And in a night dress.
Okay. It's okay. I'm just as small as you. We're no threat.
Yeah,
We're
she
fine.
is about your height.
There you go. I should have started with that.
Who are you?
I'll let... We're friends and we want to help you. I mean, we are not technically friends yet because we don't really know yet, but we want to be friends, and you know,
Why?
we want to help you because we're like that, I guess. And we were told that there were some sounds coming from this area at night. So yeah, we figured let's check it out, and especially now that we know that it's just a little girl, we just want to help you. So what's going on?
How can you help me?
Well, let's start with what's going on. What's with the hands and stuff?
I don't know. It just started happening.
How? When?
Like a few months ago, I don't know, I just felt different one day, and things just started to happen around me, but they were never good things. And I asked my parents if someone could come help me, just teach me. But my parents hate magic, and magic is for those close to the gods. It's not for people like us. And
I mean, I would disagree. I'm not particularly close with any gods, really, especially not with some. But I can use magic, and I'll use minor illusion to create some fireworks in my hand.
your magic doesn't hurt people.
Well, I mean, some of my magic can definitely hurt people, but I only if they're very bad people. So yeah, I try to control it, and generally I'm good with it. So
all of you have, like, those that need it take like 5 hit points or something, while Cole's spell has
Sweet,
been slowly
thanks.
pumping you back up.
Oh yeah.
Take 5 points or heal 5 points?
Heal 5 points.
You'll find
Oh, okay.
I'm bumping you with hit points.
Bumping.
cool.
While she's talking, I want to do an insight check to just kind of get a vibe
Yep.
off of this little girl and see
Yeah.
what the heck.
Vibe check.
Roll an insight check.
Roll for vibe check.
And I'll also get Fred back to me again as well, and,
Yeah.
and show her, like, look, I have my companion, like, it's Fred. It's my little weasel companion, and he's also magical. That's also through magic. So magic is not all bad, and it's not only for people who are close to gods. So yeah, if you want, we could maybe help you.
22.
22. The comment about, like, her parents and magic is only for those, like, of a certain status or close to gods reminds you of some viewpoints you heard of magic back in Taldore when you were doing, like, Stormlord studying things. And there are definitely often people that are come from, like, smaller, more rural, more insulated communities where magic is not common. It's almost just like, again, we fear what we don't know, and they're like, oh, magic is for either, again, those that are religious, those that are come from power, come from magic. Like, magic shouldn't just appear in like the working folk and the common people. And then you look at her skin again and the tone of it, and through her nightdress you also can see some tan lines of where, like, when her dress rides up, of where, like, her tunic stuff would normally be, and you get the sense that her parents must be farmers. And you also know the river district that she came from is where the farming in Ank'Harel happens. So you guess she must come from a farming family, and it's one of those cases of more smaller, rural, insular family that no magic in their family, so they have no idea what the heck to do. Their daughter just started showing not only magic, but all of a sudden magic that's just hurting people. Like skeletal hands are going to freak a lot of people out. And basically they just reacted probably as poorly as they could, and she is very afraid of herself and doesn't understand what's happening to her.
I'm going to slowly approach and take a knee in front of her and hold out a hand to her.
Look, he's also very nice. He can also use magic.
She'll start to like go for your hand, and a skeletal one will start to appear, and she'll quickly go like this and like put it behind her and back away from you.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that.
What's your name?
My name is Shira.
Hello, Shira. I'm Orion, and this is Cole, the big guy.
Hi.
I've
been hiding here at night so I don't hurt people, because I just make them think I'm a ghost and they go away.
Does this only happen at night?
Well, so far, during the day, I guess I'm just too busy to think about it, and I can distract myself with the work. But then at nighttime, when I don't have anything to do and my mind wanders, I don't know.
I can assure you that magic is for everyone. And there's nothing wrong with you.
I agree. I came from pretty much nothing as well, though I thought, well, apparently my parents did have some adventuring background, but I didn't know that for a while. And other than that, I just lived in a very small community, and like there was not much magic, but I can do magic, and I think anyone can do it.
I think everybody here has some kind of magical abilities, and we all come from different strokes of life and different backgrounds, and the background has nothing to do with magic. It's just some people are lucky enough to be able to do more than just your average person, and that is just kind of how it is. Like even me, like I don't really do a lot of magic, but I can do some neat tricks, and I've never really been taught, or it just kind of happened one day and just woke up and like,
people here that do magic, they went to school, or they have magical parents and stuff. I don't get it.
I mean, maybe you can also go to school for magic.
My parents won't let me. I asked.
Why not?
They can't afford it. Have you seen that place?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we've been there.
Certain they offer scholarships of some kind for exceptional.
What's a scholarship?
That means that someone is special enough that has special powers like you clearly have, that the school will just let you go and you don't have to pay.
Wow.
That happens sometimes. That actually
How often do they do that?
That's just whenever it comes up. I actually benefited from that. My family didn't come from much, but I showed an affinity, and it turns out that mine is religious in nature, but not everybody's is.
And really, go ahead, Cole.
We really want to help you. No one should be made to feel like they're less than or different just because of who they are.
No, that's fucked up, and I don't really like that.
No. And to be fair, like I didn't. I mean, I had a teacher at one point, but lately I've just been kind of winging it, and like I had a bit of like a basic trading that really helped me, and like after getting to learn the basics, now I can just practice myself, and it works out. So if you just get like a teacher who can help you control it a little bit, then maybe you don't even need to go to the big college if you don't want to.
Well, become an apprentice.
Well, can how do I ask?
Maybe our friends At the Cobalt Soul can help.
I was
gonna
gonna say
that.
that.
Same fucking thing.
Yep, that's
You guys
exactly
are
where I
with,
was headed.
You guys are with the Cobalt Soul?
We have some contacts there.
I would say
yeah.
I would say unofficially at this point, but we do have
Associated.
connections and we know
We have,
people
yeah,
within
we
the
have some
Cobalt Soul,
friends there.
and I think they could really help you.
Cole,
I think,
could you
one
maybe
particular friend might be able to help.
yeah? Can you see if question is still up? Maybe.
Yeah. I'll pull out the stone and
Beep beep.
you up?
Is this on?
You
That's
hear
more magic. That's a magic.
You hear
stone.
a
Isn't
bit
that
of a
crazy?
yawn. He's like, yeah, hello.
Were you really up? You that sound like you were up.
No.
Can I ask a favor?
Is this a booty call?
No.
I knew it.
Those exist here.
If it was a booty call, it would be way smoother. This is kind of a serious thing. Have you? Yes. Cole has a way. Listen. We're up at this place that I don't remember the name of.
Wild Mother Shrine.
Wild Mother Shrine.
It may be
There's a young woman here, who has some magical affinity, but her parents won't let her train it, and she's not able to control it very well. And we're hoping that maybe the Cobalt Soul could help her and kind of so she doesn't hurt people and she doesn't hurt herself.
Yeah.
Do you think you could come down and? I'm sorry, I know you were sleeping.
No, that's fine. Just bring her over in the morning. I'll talk to some people.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night. He goes back to
Bye for waiting.
Good night. And so, good news. Very good friend of ours. Her name is Question.
That's a weird name.
It is. Well, she's a tiefling.
Neri just throws you a look.
My name is Fury. Is that a weird name?
Kind
Let's
of.
ignore that.
Sometimes tieflings take names that aren't like names. They're like. Anyway, I don't have time to explain that.
She's
Listen.
really nice. She's really nice.
She's really nice.
Please
She's
tell me
very
more
helpful.
about my culture.
I was talking to the little girl, not you. Anyways, blah 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 blah. You're gonna come with us, and we're gonna protect you, and we're gonna take you to the Cobalt Soul. If you agree.
Yes. Someone should tell my parents.
We could take.
Oh, can I please do that? Please,
We can absolutely take care of that for you.
I would love to have a word with your parents for making you feel like shit.
We would like to take
would
you
love to.
to the Cobalt Soul first, though, because I feel like that
Okay.
might be a charged situation.
Isn't that like kidnapping? If she's
No,
a minor.
because she's willing.
She's not a. Yeah, she's okay. It's fine. Listen.
How
We're
old are
helping.
you, by the way?
I'm small for my age. I'm 14.
See, she's old enough. She can make her own decisions.
Uh,
I would love to take on the role of letting your parents know that you finally found people that do give a fuck. So if no one else objects, I would love to.
I was trying to be nicer about it.
I
but
will
he's-
go-
yeah,
You said a bad word.
He
does that.
And I can teach you so
And you
many
think she
more.
can?
if you want.
Okay.
Oh no.
You'll learn so many at the Cobalt Soul.
I'm the funny uncle of this.
Fury the Funkle.
Okay. She'll quickly one sec climb back up the tree and go get like she had packed clearly like a get out bag, like an in case of emergency bag. And it just has like a change of clothes and like a letter in it basically. She's like, if you want, you could just give this to my parents. A letter. Or I could just mail this to my parents, actually. That's
No,
probably
we'll bring it over. What is
Yeah,
it?
we'll take care of it. We'll take care of that
Take care of
personally.
Well, actually,
Well,
wait,
where
that's
do you-
probably
where do you
not
live?
true. Because the letter was like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm not really leaving. I'm still staying in town, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you can keep that for
we'll
later
take
then,
care
just
of
in case.
it. We'll be fine.
We'll talk
Just
to
tell
them.
me where you live. I'll talk to your
We'll
parents.
explain it.
And she gives you the address of one of the farms in the river district that farms like the farms rice, like the the Marquette version of rice.
Does she look injured at all?
She looks just like small for her age, but not because she's been like malnourished or anything. She's just like she's gonna be a late bloomer.
Hurting her.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be a late bloomer kind of thing.
That's fine.
Like even though she's 14, like very slow on the puberty scale.
No, I just meant like, do I need to cast Cure Wounds? Is all I'm.
No. Other than she looks like she has not had a good night's sleep in God knows how long. So like deep dark circles under the eyes.
Lesser restoration.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna take on the wall as Hagrid and showing up at fucking Harry Potter's uncle and aunt's house to be like, he's coming with me, guys.
How much does she
nothing
weigh?
you can do about it.
I don't know. Laura doesn't know things about kids. How much should a very scrawny teenager weigh?
I think I was like
I don't know.
90
Sure.
ish when I was.
She weighs like 90 pounds.
Wondering if I should like carry her. If she would be okay with that. If she looks malnourished, like does she have the strength?
No, she looks like wiry, strong. Like, there is some muscle because she works at a farm. Like she works in fields and stuff. Like
She's just small.
Yeah, she's just short and skinny, but there is like tone. There's definition to her muscles and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
But we'll help take care of it.
So you head back to the Cobalt Soul with her.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So the other thing is, if you finish your Cobalt Soul task, they also said you'll get, I think, rooms like permanent lodging in the city with the Cobalt Soul as well. So you don't have those yet, but you will. So presumably, there are rooms. There are at least some rooms unoccupied in their headquarters. So probably they can give one to her. You'll get there. You'll explain the situation to the receptionist. They'll prepare just like very like student dorm style room for her to stay in, and they'll have a note to have like you guys question rendezvous in the morning, introduce her to a tutor, get a class schedule going, kind of thing.
Sweet.
Yep. Is there anything else you guys? It's probably about like 1:30 in the morning by the time you get back
sleepy
there.
time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm considering like kicking the parents' door down like at 2 in the morning.
Oh my god.
We're gonna try to explain it without violence.
Story. The whole story just like straight.
But I really do also want to cause bodily harm. I understand.
That's just listen, man. That's the way she feels is the way I felt for the majority of my fucking childhood in fucking Vasselheim. Pieces of shit. Just not fair. You know what I mean? I'm a little angry. I'm sorry for being a little angry about it.
You don't have to apologize for feeling your feelings.
Folks, I'm sure, still have alcohol in their system, so they're getting.
Yeah.
We can figure this out tomorrow, guys.
At
least for now, we
did a good deed
saved
tonight.
this girl. Yeah.
I sure hope so.
And this means I get a cool sword.
And we get you a cool sword.
For a second.
And we get to beat up some assholes, maybe, or at least give them a stern talk.
Cool new sword.
The parents.
You can, exactly. You can show them the new sword you got and be like, "Listen, be nice to your kid."
But does violence always answer these kind of situations?
Most of the times.
No, but threatening it can help a lot. I found.
Right.
But do we want to really be like?
I don't want to be that.
I
No.
will.
Yeah,
especially associated with the Cobalt Soul. If we're associated with the Cobalt Soul, we don't want to like be using our brawn for
technically.
Listen, my idea is I'm gonna go there, right? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name where. I'm just gonna go by and be like, "Hey, found your kid crying in a park near a temple in the middle of the night, and she told us the story, and then I'm probably going to grow myself in size to be a little more threatening, and then I'm going to tell them, how dare you treat your kid like a piece of shit just because she's able to have magic and you poor hicks don't, and kind of just get the point across that it's not fair."
I mean, they should be happy, right? Because now she cannot harm herself or other people, and she can actually get control over this magic.
Their child.
They also lose a farmer on the farm. They lose, someone to help out on the farm.
They lose a farmhand for sure. Yeah.
Or in a few months, when she's had some training, they gain someone that can do even more work than she already could do. Because she's
Bingo.
got magic to help her.
So we're just gonna have to try and include that.
Depends on how they play it.
Like I said, we're gonna be very cordial.
Cordial, Fury.
Cordial, Fury.
I will make no such promise, except for the promise that I'll try.
I will take that.
Can't ask for much more than that. But anyways.
So no making myself bigger?
Not, you know.
Maybe.
We're not going to be violent with them.
We'll see how it goes.
Express our displeasure and explain.
These people are assholes. Come on, man.
Not every asshole. Like, it's got to fit the crime. Like, they're not out hurting people. They're just not accepting their daughter's identity.
If you ask her, I feel like she would disagree.
I don't think they're being violent towards her, so the reaction of
but
violence
mental anguish,
is not.
man. They're treating their daughter like shit.
Exactly. So we're going to cause mental, not physical anguish on them, okay? Maybe some emotional...
I suppose
some emotional damage,
no,
but it's not physical.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
That's what we're doing.
Then I'll put it to rest. Instead of hurting them, can I just, like, I don't know, break a table or something?
These folks are farmers. Do you think they can afford to replace a table that you're gonna break?
Yeah, think.
What if I break the table and then give them money to buy a new one? Just to, you know.
Did I get the impression that
points?
Shira hates her parents?
No, she seemed very much just like, oh, like I very much wish I'd been supported, but she didn't seem to harbor ill will because she understood. Like, again, also like product of your parents. If you don't know any better, she's like, yeah, like magic is not for us, and but like because that's why she was trying to then basically at night she would sneak out so her magic wouldn't hurt anyone. That was when she couldn't control it. But during the day, she'd be fine.
Okay, fine. No parents will be harmed in the making of this good gesture. Whatever. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. Fine. You win. Gods. So boring.
I'm proud of you, Fury. Proud of you.
I try. Probably
All right, so let's head back to our rooms then, I guess.
Yeah, let's get our sleep on.
Get your sleep on.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Alrighty.
Let's see if fucking Maggie and what's her name? Fucking Nessa are still alive.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah, so you get back. You get back to where you're staying. It's written down somewhere. I remember, but you get back to where you're staying.
It's been a while.
I think it has like mongoose in the name. It's like the harried mongoose or something. Anyway, it's in my notes.
Harry mongoose.
Like Harry mongoose.
Harried. Harried.
Sure thing.
Oh.
In high school.
What do you say?
So when you get back to your rooms, you do see that Maggie has brought. There is a just passed out to the world Nessa sleeping and like put in a nice semi-prone position, but taking up a lot of the bed. Semi-prone being like as in the medical recovery, so you're on your side, so you don't choke on like that's
right.
Yep, before anyone gets ideas. And the rest of you, your rooms are as
is Maggie like still?
Nope, she's seemingly gone back to where she was staying.
I'm just gonna like be nice and thank her. But never mind.
We'll see her again.
So you can all.
If there's anything,
let's got their sending stone. They're part of like their side of the sending stone again.
Yeah, they gave you a sending stone for them.
Yeah, but who holds the other one?
Yeah, but who?
Yeah, I have a sending stone to them, but I can't remember.
I was under the impression it was her because she brought it to you.
Maggie?
I think from what I remember, Maggie's the one who delivered you the other stone, so I would assume she holds its pair.
Okay, in that case, can I ask Ryan, like, hey, can I use that thing real quick?
Yeah, sure, here.
How does this... Hello, Maggie, this is Fury, hello?
Hello, how'd your ghost hunting go?
Well, it turns out there was this little girl that couldn't control her magic, but we're gonna help her. It was really sad, actually. Her parents are dickheads. Anyway, I do want to thank you for taking care of my friend's girlfriend. That was really nice of you. And once again, if you ever need some like people to support you in your pastimes and actually be good friends to you, you can always hit us up. You have this thing. It is we like you, unlike your friends.
Subtle.
Okay. That's very nice of you. Yeah,
they're here in the room and can hear this.
Yeah. She's like, that's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Have a good night. She just sounds confused and tired.
And I'll give the thing back to Orion. There we go.
Thanks.
I think that went over pretty well.
Good job.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right.
You all can have a long rest.
Woo, long rest. Hell yeah.
The longest rest.
Heal up, get your shit back, do all the things. And so I guess is your first stop going back to the Cobalt Soul, or is there anywhere else you go first?
I want to go pick up my sword.
Did we want to go to the
at some point
bakery
in the
first?
morning.
No, we're in the bakery tonight because
Bakery is
Yeah.
after closing time.
they need to be
Sure.
We
closed
should
so we can catch them in the act.
we
Well,
should
like,
probably
Don't
go
bakers
to
wake up
the.
like hella early, right? That's kind of thing.
Yeah, bakers wake early. They
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they're already up and at them.
But we should probably go to the Cobalt Soul first, and then pick up your sword, Fury, because
Well, I could
we.
just quickly, like, you guys go Cobalt Soul, I'll quickly make a pit stop at the thing, and I'll meet you there
He
later.
really wants a sword, yo.
I
I want
guess
my
that
sword
works.
so
Yeah,
He's in a hurry,
sure.
that's fine.
Go
That's
ahead.
It's fucking...
Is anybody
He'll-
going with
he'll
him?
be like, I'll skip breakfast, and I can meet you at the Cobalt Soul, it's fine. And then just fucking, like, charge out the door.
Runs.
Like, sword day.
Alright. Well then, since Fury's yours will be pretty quick, we'll go ahead and do yours first. You get there as he's not open yet, but he's like setting up shop for the day, like putting out some weapons on display, getting the forge heated up, all that jazz.
So, like, for this guy's like response, you will see Fury like sprinting excitedly from that small child, like,
Yep.
"Hello, I did your thing. Hello."
And
Like,
just
giddy.
disclaimer
Giddy as fuck.
disclaimer from the DM, I did not have time to I don't remember what this guy sounded like, so I'll
That's-
correct it. If we meet him again, I'll correct it. I'll go back, I'll find the VOD, I'll find what I made him sound like. For now,
Don't worry about
apologies.
it.
It's been like 2 months. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
who was it that we
Everybody's
weren't going to
voices
run
in
into
now.
tonight? Today during
Yeah,
the session?
I know.
Who was it that you were saying?
Yeah, right? I was like, you're probably not gonna get there, and then you did
weird.
things differently. Anyway, the story of
Like,
DM life, never assume.
accepted.
Never assume what
I've
your
never
group's gonna
experienced
fucking
this in my
do.
5 years of DMing, guys. This is something.
Can we level up for winning like that?
No. So he goes, I guess you did the thing. Well, hello, Jesus, don't careful.
I did.
There's lots of sharp things. Don't run into.
Sorry. I'm just very excited. I love weapons. So,
Me too. But
right, and that's why you're a blacksmith. That makes sense. Yes.
so
Yeah, we did the thing.
what was it? Was there a ghost?
No,
Did you
no. It was
Did you
actually kind of
exorcise the
sad.
ghost?
No. Okay, let me tell the story. All right, don't ask questions while I'm already beginning the monologue. It's
Oh
quite
my
long.
god.
Oh, God.
It is so basically, right? We arrive at this temple and we hear this like crying, and then all these skeletal hands begin flying at my friends, and it's crazy. Obviously, I didn't get hit because, well, I'm the champion, right? So like, I don't really get hit like that. But anyway, turns out there was this like child, like a small girl, about I don't know, like 14 years old or something. I didn't really pay attention when she said how old she was. I'll be honest. Anyway, she basically comes from a family and they don't really understand magic. And she got magical powers and she couldn't control them. And she basically wanted to be in a place like the temple where not many people were around so that she wouldn't hurt other people on accident. So we are going to get her help and get her magic under control. But in the meantime, that means your haunting problem is fixed.
It's quite the story.
Right?
Okay,
Didn't even have to hurt
I'm
anyone.
gonna take your word for it, but if I hear that there's still a ghost problem, just know we may have to talk about some money owed if it's not. But I believe you for now. But I'm gonna go back and pull out the sword known as Volt Edge, which again it looks like this for reference.
Yeah, boy, it's cool as fuck.
So it's like a very big lightning fork. There's a very skinny groove that running down the whole blade, and it's actually almost like 2 blades that are joined, but it's one piece of metal, but they only join up again right towards the guard and the hilt. And there's every so often
Voltage.
almost like an occasional little crackle of static electricity. I will make the item on D&D Beyond for you.
I can do it right now if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Is it not? Is it not there already?
It is a sword. I think it's a long sword. It just says sword. Oh, any sword. It's a long sword now.
It says any. You can make it any sword you want.
Okay, well, now it's a long sword, I guess. You're cool. Make it whatever sword you're proficient with. If you're only proficient with like great
I'm
swords
a long sword and board kind of guy.
All right,
so,
it's a long sword.
It's a board thing.
So split metal sword arcs with electricity. When you hit with an attack, oh no, obviously it's magic. It's rare, requires attunement. When you hit with an attack, the target takes an extra d6 lightning damage. And while holding the sword, you can use an action to unleash a concentrated beam of lightning from the blade in a line that is 60 feet long and 5 feet wide.
Actually, I'm willing to bet
That's sick.
that because it's a Griffin saddlebag item, some other.
It is a Griffin saddlebag item. Shout out, not a sponsor.
If I just like search homebrew items in D&D Beyond and type voltage,
you might be able to find it. Yeah, it's like literally one word, no like volt edge.
Yeah, there's 2 pages worth of volt edges already there, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
See, let me just compare it. Like, so I have +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. The split metal sword arcs electricity into halves. Targets hit with the sword take an extra 1d6 lightning damage.
Yes.
As an action, you can focus your sword to unleash a concentrated electrical beam.
Yes.
Of lightning in a line 60 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each creature within the line makes a dexterity saving throw of DC 15.
Yes.
And a creature takes 4d6 lightning on a failed save and half as much on a success.
Yep.
Once used, this property cannot be used again until the following dawn.
Yep, that's it. So just put that.
Sick.
That's yours now. Great.
Adding it.
That's a really cool sword.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be 500 gold, I believe. Was the price we discussed? Marked down from 5,000.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
I am like 20 gold short. Can I just throw in like I have some like shiny shit. I don't really know. I have some old 480 gold. And can I just like throw in this long sword that I won't use anymore, as well as like something else maybe to kind of.
Yeah, he'll do it for 480 and your previous sword because he can upgrade the sword or he can melt it down to use for other things. He'll use it.
We'll do that then. So that's 220 because 22 platinum.
Yeah.
Quick math. Boom. Alright, I am skinned.
Math.
Sword.
And you do have to attune to the sword before you use it, but you'll have time today at some point to attune to it. I am sure.
And suddenly you're jumped by 5 people.
Yeah, right now with no weapon because you gave him.
Without you having a weapon.
Cry myself to sleep, guys.
Alright, cut to the other group as you now head your way to meet them. So you head back to the Cobalt Soul. Question is up and waiting, since from your call last night she knew to expect you. Meets you at the front desk. And she has Shira already with her. Presumably she got the report from the night clerk who was at the desk when you brought her in. It's like, hi, so this is your new friend? Yes?
Yes, Shira,
That's
are you
her.
okay?
Yeah. I'm tired, but I'm good. And she mostly just looks really nervous because also this is like the biggest building she's ever been in. There's a lot of people. There's a lot more wealth here than she's probably ever seen. Like, this is a lot. She looks a bit overwhelmed. Like, sensory overload, but she's coping. She's powering through.
Nothing.
Well,
That's good.
yeah, we do have some unused scholarship room, so we can get her started this week. I believe our tutor Yara has some space in her class, so we'll go ahead and get you started. Do you know what kind of magic you are exhibiting so far? She goes, it hurts. Not me, other people. She's like, okay, well, that is good to know. And she's like a clipboard with notes.
would I, since I've seen some of her magic,
Yeah,
would I
we
be
can
able to kind of determine what school of magic it is?
Spectral and scope.
Yeah, you guys describe. It's like, okay, so we maybe have a little bit of necromancy. We have some like biological magic happening. Some poison. And she's like, questions gone full scholar mode, like mumbling to herself, forgetting people can hear her, like making notes. It's like, okay, and she's like, and also because she's filling out like an intake form kind of thing, like for this like scholarship, blah blah blah. Okay, now, emergency contact. Do her parents know she's here? Are they her contact?
Not yet.
Are you her contact?
Well, we still have to go to her parents, but yeah, I guess so. We should definitely tell them about it. So I guess they could be emergency contact, but at the same time, like we might be able to deal with stuff since it has to do with magic a bit better than her parents. I don't know what's like the regular thing with emergency contacts with other students.
And she turns to Shira and goes, "What would you like?" And she's like, "Well, I think you should just put my parents for now.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think they'll come around eventually. Now that I'm here, and I don't really need to be like a master at magic. I would just like to control it. Like I liked life on the farm. I'm not looking to be a like
you don't want to
be
run
one
away.
of you guys. Yeah." It's like, okay. And then she puts her parents' name and she asks like, "And so what are your parents' names?" Like my dad's name is Baelor, Baelor. And my mom's name is Farina, Fireena. It's like, okay, and writes down the address. Pardon?
Do those names sound familiar?
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. No, they're just names.
Okay.
Or are they?
Dun, dun, dun.
Big bold letters. Babe.
It's like, all right, well, I'll take the morning to give you a tour, and we'll get you just some of like the novice attire, and we'll meet your tutor this afternoon. How's that sound? She's like, okay. And Question looks to your group, goes, are you planning on going to talk to her parents, or shall we have just someone send a courier explaining the situation?
We can talk to their parents, I guess. We kind of did plan on that since we didn't expect that that we could send a courier, so we might as well do it, right?
Okay, great. One less thing on my to-do list. Yep, fine. All right. Well,
There you go.
I guess I'll just get our newest student settled in then.
Sounds good. Can I maybe for like 2 seconds talk to you real quick about the other thing that we were doing for you guys real quick? Just,
we need to talk about that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sure.
If you guys just keep the girl busy for a bit, we'll talk real quick.
She's like, hun, why don't you go sit over there? Points to like a bench in the waiting hall,
works too, I guess.
and like gives her a book. She's like, here, you can take a look at this. And it's like basically fancier title, but like magic for beginners, like kind of vibe book. And she's like, I'll come back and get you in a minute, okay? She's like, yeah. Goes and sits down with the book. Oh, then she's like, does it have a lot of big words? It's like, baby, just do your best, and I'll be back in a sec. And she goes and sits down. And Question will lead you into her like room on the second level to have this conversation, because obviously it is a private conversation.
Yeah. So we don't have like anything like any exact proof yet, but we kind of scouted out the place real quick. Well, I guess we kind of do. But yeah, I did notice while we were looking around that there's on like the sign that says like we're closed, like there was this like these special signs that basically mean this is where people drop off their stolen goods. So we're pretty sure that this is the place where things happen, and yeah, we're gonna investigate that more later today or tonight, I guess.
Well,
if you still need us to.
Oh, well, that's not enough. We need more tangible proof to get the hands of Ord to look into it. If you could bring us that sign, I guess. I still don't think that's quite enough, because again, circumstantial, like he could claim anyone put that on there, or he could claim that this language you say only spoken by a subsect of people doesn't exist, or that it's being misinterpreted or something. It'll help.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's enough.
Well, no, we figured, but like, I figured since we're
Yeah.
here anyway, might as well give you a quick update before we actually go in, so you know what's going on, because we would like to try and keep you in the loop and stuff.
I mean, good to know. We're also good to know you're working on it, and not just goofing off. We appreciate that.
No, we would never.
No.
I mean, goofing off a little bit's fine. Everything, work-life balance. Gotta.
We did a talent show last night.
Oh, how'd you do?
And we
Well, I didn't,
won.
but-
Well,
no.
Mary won.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
congratulations!
participated.
Very
Thank
talented.
you. Oh, thanks.
That's exciting.
Near's
I'm
blushing
sorry I
again.
missed that. I was transcribing
Oh, I
some
guess we
scrolls.
could've-
This is boring.
Guess we could have called you in as well.
Yeah,
I
I
guess,
should have called you next time.
I'm so behind on my archival backlog.
I
I
figured.
wish.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Well, let's not keep the child waiting and
Yeah,
her
yeah.
unattended.
Don't want to leave her unattended for too long. So I'll be with her today. Thank you
We
so
come out
much
and there's three
for...
dead people at her
Oh
feet.
my
and
god,
she's
yeah, she's like, imagine. Okay, well,
Well,
good
thanks for
luck.
taking care of her.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course,
thank
of
you.
course. Good luck with both of your things today.
Mhm.
Thanks.
And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Gives an
Well,
extra like says bye to all of you, a little extra wave at Cole, bye, and then
No.
goes back to pick up Shira, start going about her introduction to the Cobalt Soul. Alrighty. The day
So we
is
saw
yours.
we know where the parents are.
Yes, she gave you an
Should
address.
probably do that first.
So you have an address. I mean, if y'all are up for it,
Let's go to the pub. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the parents. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
let's
So-
get it out of the way.
So you head back to the River District, find her parents' farm, and her parents are seemingly out there. And it's again because it's a river district, and their rice is grown in almost like waterlogged, like perma-soaked soil. Like they're wearing almost like the equivalent of like rubber boots and waders kind of thing. The ground is very like soft and like squelchy in the actual fields near their farm. And it's kind of in these like tiered, like there's like 3 tiers and like terraces of the farm that comes out from around the back of their house. Very small, like unassuming, not like ramshackle or too small, neatly kept, but just like a very humble, like single level dwelling. And the parents seem to be out there in the fields at the moment.
Yeah, I want to stop. I don't want to walk in the muddy, soft stuff. I'm gonna stop there, and then I'm just gonna like try to get their attention and wave at them. I'm gonna try to inconvenience them as much as possible.
They're looking and go,
Have you seen,
Did-
like, am I there?
yeah, you're, oh, yeah. Towards the end
Yeah,
of their
we'll say,
conversation
yeah,
with Question,
you
you
caught
were
up.
there.
Yeah.
Like when they were
Okay.
leaving the Question's apartment, you caught up outside of the
Right,
Cobalt
cool.
Soul. Yeah. So you're
Like,
there.
on the way there, I'll be like, look at this cool sword, guys.
Like, oh my god, that's amazing.
And they're just gonna go, Are you lost? You don't seem like our typical visitor. This is her father.
Not at all, I promise. Can we have a word?
I guess.
Uh-oh.
And he'll come over. He'll pass like the basket that he was gathering something. He'll pass to his wife. And he'll come up, squelching his way.
Yeah, taking his time,
Touching
really
his
working
way.
at it, just
Yep.
watching him.
Do you need something?
We do not. However, we were asked to give you this, and I take the letter that she had written,
Mm-hmm.
that she gave,
Yep.
and I hand it to him. I give him a second to open and look at it.
Opens it. Goes, well, this is what I guessed when she wasn't in her bed this morning. We were going to give her a few more hours before we went looking for her, but good to know she's okay. Why do you have this?
Well, see, we met up with her last night, where she was spending her time alone, so that she wasn't hurting anybody, because her parents didn't want to help her learn how to control it.
It's a bit of a presumptuous statement for some strangers who walked into her life yesterday.
not really
Oh, I wanna
presumptuous
headbutt
when
the
she
cunt.
told us exactly
What
that.
she told us. So, and based on your attitude, I kind of believe her.
It's a very bit of a jump between not wanting to help at all and having limited means to help.
Yeah,
And
but making
looks
her
you up
feel
and
like
down,
shit
you guys that look like
and
money and your fancy sword and like.
Could I
kinda gives
cast
you a look.
insight on him?
Yeah,
making your child feel like absolute shit for being different is a little fucked up, wouldn't you say so? Just because you don't understand and you don't have the ability, oh, magic is not for people like us. Bullshit. And making your daughter feel estranged from her family and making her feel like an outcast because you simply lack the understanding or the ability to use magic yourself. That's poor parenting and fucked up.
Did we outcast her? We were never anything but kind or loving to her. We never told her to leave. We never told her that we didn't want her company, didn't want her around, didn't love her any less. All we said was this new thing she was experimenting with, this thing she was doing, not a part of our life, not a part of our history, not something that we understood or really supported, but we didn't love her any less for it.
She wasn't doing it, though. It was something that was manifesting
it's who she
that
is.
she couldn't help.
It's not something she's doing.
She wasn't experimenting.
Not a phase.
Well, it's only been a few weeks or so. Like, eventually figured she'd figure it out, get a handle on it.
It was
She's
hurting
not-
people.
Man,
not
you
how
figured
magic
after 14
works.
years you figured this parenting thing out, but apparently you haven't. Huh? That's crazy.
Could I cast insight?
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to discern if he's being like honest about this. Like he,
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
You know, like-
belligerent fast. So, yeah.
You find me one person who a stranger attacks their parenting skills and doesn't go belligerent pretty quick.
yeah.
True.
IRL, you find that person, you show them
True.
to me.
21.
21. He does seem genuine. Like, he is not looking away from you. He's maintaining eye contact. He's not, like, shifting his weight. He doesn't have any of the normal tells that show someone is uncomfortable or trying to pull the wool over your eyes. You get the sense, like, he does genuinely care about. He doesn't love his daughter any less. He's just like, I don't want to encourage this. And just was, like, banking on the, it'll go away, focus on what you're meant to do, stay in your lane kind of thing. But it didn't affect, like, he doesn't love her less or judge her. It's just very much a parent of like, I don't know what the fuck to do and I'm just doing the wrong thing and I'm reacting poorly, but he doesn't know any better.
Fine.
I wanted to do an insight check on Fury.
Oh! What are you trying to discern?
Is there maybe some projection going on here?
He's like, don't even roll for it.
Has an
A
idea.
tiefling who
But-
is naturally like connected to the hells, growing up
right,
in
but-
Vasselheim, in the
Yeah.
most religious, being treated as an
No.
outcast for being different his entire fucking childhood. Yeah, there's some projection
There's
going
hella
on.
projection.
Yeah.
But she's wondering specifically about like familial rather than societal.
Oh, like, is it a family
Ooh.
thing
Oh.
versus a society thing?
Right.
Gotcha.
Does Fury have daddy issues?
Yeah. Daddy issues check.
Well, roll
well, for that
roll an insight check
detail.
and then tell me the number.
Wait for it.
I say only if it's high enough that I'll make Fury roll against you.
It's a 14.
Okay, Fury, you can go ahead and roll. Just roll a straight.
I'm going to refute that by
Oh, okay.
simply saying because he's so like up in his emotions about this that he's very easy to read at this
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay.
It is not due to family issues.
It's normal tiefling junk.
It is. I feel like this. Actually, retroactively, I feel like this probably would have come up, and Cole also knows about this.
Well, and
Yeah,
Neri
he
in
lost
particular,
it.
being a tiefling, also,
Yeah.
it's like not unfamiliar
Yeah,
to
but
that
like,
sensation.
I mean, like this detail about his backstory because like Cole definitely knows because like Stormbros, they probably
Stormbro,
talk about everything
Vasselheim.
in
Definitely.
Is that Fury lost his parents at a very young age and just kind of like lived on the streets of Vasselheim in this religious fucking metropole of people that hate tieflings and didn't have parents really to be his escape. So that's why he's very uppity about this.
I love watching the captions try and figure out what we're saying when we say tiefling, because tiefling's not a word in pixel chat. Oh wait, it got it. That's okay. Sometimes it gets it. That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anyway,
there's projection going on, definitely, but yeah, this is just Fury genuinely thinks this is fucked up, and the parents are wrong and deserve a fucking headbutt.
I'm going to just put a hand on Fury's shoulder and just be like, remember, I'm just here to talk.
Right. And
I'll look back at him and like,
is there a nearby tree?
Not really. It's a very flat land, like wetland.
Is there a nearby rock? Anything I can punch?
Sure. There's like, we'll say there's a rock near, they have like, there's their dwelling, and then there's like, kind of like a barn, not for livestock though, more like a storage like shed for crops, for tools, for things like that, and there'll be a kind of like boulder embedded in the ground outside that looks like it has a bit of a worn indent. Like they use it as a seat almost sometimes during the day.
So what I'm doing is Fury's going to turn around away from the guy, walk over towards that rock, use Giant's Might mid-walk to like enlarge himself, and he just begins punching the fuck out of that rock, dude. Like while big.
Just like, oh, okay,
He's angry.
do we have a problem? Like, he looks like he's getting close to the, you're getting the beginnings of the get the fuck off my property vibes, but he's not there yet.
I can assure you we don't. He's a very emotional, he runs hot. As you
runs hot.
Probably imagine.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's a good one.
We didn't mean to besmirch your parenting skills. We came to offer explanation and guidance on what people need. And your daughter needs guidance with these powers that are manifesting within her, that you don't have that ability, but
no.
We know people that do. They are going to help her, as it's, they're going to help her.
Who are these
She's
people?
not, I'm sure you know of the Cobalt Soul.
Okay, he seems to relax a little bit when you name, like, a known entity, because he still doesn't know who the fuck you are yet.
Apologies.
Oh, we haven't introduced ourselves. Oh, God.
We haven't introduced yourselves at all, and that's yikes. I apologize.
That's
for not
yikes.
Introducing. My name is Cole. I introduce everyone else. We're not officially members of the Cobalt Soul, but we do have dealings with them, and we have very good connections within them. And we were able to, they have agreed to take on your daughter and help teach her, even if it's just the basics, so that she can control. Your daughter loves working on the farm. She doesn't want to leave. She's not running away. She just
needs to learn how to harness
help to harness and control these powers so that she doesn't harm people.
That'll bring some relief to her mother. She was very worried this morning. I told her we'd give it, we knew she was going places at night, but we figured it wasn't far. She's never gotten in any trouble before. We figured she was just taking some time to figure things out. So I just told her she was probably just a bit late this morning or having a rough time. So that's good to know.
Seems like that's exactly what was happening. Just it's a little more serious than maybe y'all realized. But yeah, we were basically hired to go check out a dangerous situation where she was, and we found her. And
dangerous.
Her powers they manifest stronger at night.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just been like, the house gets really cold. Sometimes, like, I couldn't hear things, and I'd be like, hey, can you fix that? And
I can assure you that me and a couple of others of us were physically harmed.
Yes.
By her magic. She didn't attack us.
You see him looking just confused, trying to process.
Her magic is very powerful.
He just can't control it very well.
She just couldn't control it. Exactly. And this happens.
And that's why she needs guidance.
You now get the sense she must have started this sneaking out thing before her magic got really harmful, so her parents also didn't understand the extent.
That's...
Okay, that's I'm glad she's in good hands.
She is.
Do you... And then he gets guarded for a second again. Do you expect... Do we owe you for this service?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Palpable relief. And he's like, okay.
You don't. No. You don't owe us anything. You won't owe the Cobalt Soul anything.
That is... I am very relieved, I have to be honest, because, yeah, that is not...
You did make it clear that that was a big barrier for this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that she doesn't hurt herself or others, and I know from experience how dangerous magic can be, but yeah, we just wanted to make sure that she's safe, and she's safe now.
She is safe.
Okay.
And like I said, you can go visit. She's not a prisoner or anything like that. Like,
of course. Of course.
You're also her emergency contact in case anything happens. So if anything happens, they'll contact you.
Okay. Hold on. And he goes inside the house and he comes back with just like a bundle of like 5 or 6 what look to be kind of like equivalent of rice cakes with some seasoning. And they're wrapped in just like cloth, like they took a kitchen towel and just like wrapped them up. He's like, I feel like we should give you something. Don't have a lot, but it's a family recipe. Here you go for lunch later.
Do we need to take any clothes or something to her as well, or
actually and he's gonna go and he's gonna grab what looks to be like a handmade like quilt kind of and he's like her mom made this for her. She gets cold at night sometimes. If you could maybe bring
I can relate to that.
As Bounty's in a cape and gloves in his house.
It really is.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind bringing this to her, great.
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
Not at all.
We can drop by for real quick.
And please, let me pay for the rice cakes. I hand him 5 gold.
Just, do they teach math in magic school? This is a lot.
Trust me, I just use it. Help take care of your family.
Okay. Now he just looks like he has hit the overstimulated and just very confused, and he's kind of like blinking, and he takes like a minute before he pockets the money, just kind of like looking into like at it, but also off into space, blinking a lot, because like you get the sense like that's like what they make in probably like months. You just gave him.
I came from nothing, so please let me help pay it forward.
Okay. I need to get back to work now.
Of course you do.
And he wanders, like, he's not to being rude, but he leaves. He doesn't even say bye. He kind of like wanders off in like a daze. But you get that it's not because he's like snubbing you or being rude. He's just generally in a like, what just happened?
Had a really weird
like,
morning.
Yeah, what is happening? Kind of state.
Yeah, like 5 gold. That's like the
That's
average.
A lot for
the average peasant. Like for like a
like
day's
for
worth of
reference,
food,
because I was looking, I have a chart because I'm so bad at like D&D economy and remembering what like again like aristocratic like prices just even stay at like that would pay for a night's stay at like the lap of the gods where you just were kind of thing, or even like for a modest meal would be like, oh, some bread, some cheese, and a drink is like not even a few silver. And you just gave him 5 gold for rice cakes.
Yes, I did.
How bad? Like, in what state is this rock when we're done?
Their seat is no more. They don't really. That rock will not be used as a place to sit and eat their lunch for some time. That's for sure.
Now they can buy a proper bench.
I'll once the seat is in complete disrepair, I'll like shrink. And I turn to face the group, like in the distance, still talking to the guy, but I refuse to approach, and I just stand there waiting, pouting.
Yeah, you're like, I need to cool down.
I need a moment.
When he walks off and we turn to leave, and I'll look at him and I just go.
I just like look at him and I'll like, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have basically the rest of the day to do with, if there's anything in particular you wanted to do, since you're waiting for the bakery to close. Yeah, obviously you're going to take some time. Like, while you guys have whatever your lunch break is, you'll find somewhere nice because you're in the river district, which is, like, again, the greenest one where there's rivers. You'll set up shop. You'll find a place to have a nice little picnic near a canal for lunch. You can eat the rice cakes among with some other things that for either rations or you purchase some food, and you can attune while you're having your picnic lunch. Is there anything you want to do, look for, or any conversations you want to have as a group before we jump to the end of the day when this bakery is closing?
I would say we take the stuff to the Cobalt Soul.
Oh yeah, you take her blanket or quilt.
That doesn't need a thing. But,
yeah.
And I think like a few hours after this has like happened, I'll just kind of like turn to the group and be like, okay, so I may have lost my cool a little bit. Right? At least I didn't hurt the guy, right?
You did good.
Well, I guess
I broke that rock, and that's it. I feel like that's pretty good for,
Yeah.
Yes.
If he lets her, Neri will just give him a hug and not say anything.
Yeah, Fury will take the hug and just kind of like.
As you said that, I just thought
Fury
of that.
doesn't really do the emotion thing, but you can definitely see like he needed it. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Aww.
When you said the first part, I just thought of that line from the Jim Carrey's The Grinch, almost lost my cool there. After he's like screaming.
Cool there. Yeah,
All right.
And that's pretty much the vibe that Fury had with that entire fucking thing. Like,
Yeah.
He needed a moment.
It's okay. We sorted it
I
out.
just, listen, man. I just really the things the girl said really struck close to home, I guess, and I thought I buried those negative feelings, and then I suddenly felt them again, and I didn't like it, so I got angry, which is the natural response to me. Whenever things happen that I don't like, I get angry. It's just kind of how I am.
It's in the name.
Very.
That's literally your name.
Yeah, that is his vanity name for a reason. He is one bad day away from multi-class into barbarian. So he can use that anger.
Love it.
That's
Also,
fine. We figured it
at
out.
some point in the day, also you get a check-in. I say like Nessa will find you nursing a hell of a hangover. She'll join you for lunch, and she's like squinting at the sun. Like definitely has like a bit of a hood up, even though it's very warm, just because can't take the
sunlight.
Yeah. Only drinking water.
Ooh. Nice.
Where's mine?
I don't have 2 Starbucks beverages. No, that'd be silly.
Right.
See, what happened was, James was like, "Oh, if you want to order something on your way home, I'll pick it up." And he texted me. He's like, "All right, order your thing." And I didn't see the text, so he just then bought me a drink he knew I like. But then I saw the text delayed, so I ordered one anyway. And I was like, "Oh, well, now I've ordered a second one."
Now you've got both.
Nice. Did we?
That's how you do it. Got it.
Did we tell what's her face about the whole stuff that's going on with what we're doing for the Cobalt Soul as well?
Nessa?
Yeah.
I leave it up to Neri. How much would you trust sharing with her?
Oh,
I can't remember how much we've told her before, so.
Yeah, no, Neri tells Nessa everything.
Aight. Then yeah, she knows.
Okay. So then we can discuss things while she's around as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dope.
Cool.
I said that like multi-class into barbarian thing as like an offhand.
And now you're like, but.
Like,
I mean, it would make sense.
If I go to like 3rd level, right, to get like my subclass, I could go like Path of the Storm Herald, which is really on brand. You know what I'm saying? So like, maybe I will, guys. Maybe I will dabble.
I mean, you have A level coming soon, and you're what, level 7?
Is that so? We're level 7.
We're level 7. Yeah.
And I did tell you this campaign will take you to level
12.
13.
13? Oh, I thought it was 12.
It'll take you to level 13.
6 more levels.
Oh, then I
might dabble in the barbarian path.
Do with that information what you will. Anyway, so
you just dip your toes in, see if the water's warm.
Dibble dabble.
Because like
What do
At
I
level
get?
3, I get something called Storm Aura, which is pretty cool.
And you could say that, like, what brought it on was this tapping into this fury from your childhood, tapping into this anger.
It's actually really good.
This unlocked that.
Unlocked this rage.
Does Barbarian have any requirements to multi-class?
Probably a strength. You need a minimum strength score.
Strength, yeah.
But he's already a fighter, right? So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your strength should be...
Fighter barb with extra attack and
rage. Oh my god.
Rage and reckless attack. Like, hello.
I get blessed strikes. Oh shit.
Which I have.
Okay.
Right. So we're not there yet, guys.
Just like
I'm really excited. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Up and everyone is like, oh my god.
Anyway.
Sorry. Didn't mean to take away from the immersion there.
It's all good. So you're... Basically, is there any planning you want to do, I guess, also, before you go back to the bakery? Is there any
let's
prep
make a plan.
Make an actual plan.
Guys.
So make a plan, try to execute the plan, expect the plan to go to shit and throw away the plan.
Yes,
exactly.
At least
we had a plan.
So, from what I understand, Anna's gonna make herself a little like a mouse and go inside and snoop around and try to unlock one of the doors for us to get in so that we don't have to, like, bust in, because that's,
Well, we have to have a contingency plan of, like, what happens if there's somebody
But, like,
in there.
if you get in there and someone's in there, then you would, like,
I have to hide and...
Well, yeah, you could just spy.
I mean, we can...
But you won't be able to talk to us, and we'll just be sitting there waiting.
I mean, no, because I can telepathically talk to her.
Oh, that's right.
And everyone. But we can also, well, she's a mouse, also make her invisible, and, you
she
know...
could just watch what's happening, and if some shady shit starts going down, she could run and open the door, and we go in and say, ha-ha!
Do you mind if I throw my... I just have this thought. I want to throw it into the group.
Are you trying to break down the wall?
Are you gonna break down the door? Are you gonna Kool-Aid man this?
Right?
Yes,
no.
please.
Listen.
Really
Hear me out, please. Like, I'm trying to use what little of a brain I have to be helpful. So there's 3 buildings, right? There is the bakery. That's what we assume is his home, and there is a 3rd building.
Yes.
My jellies tell me that 3rd building is where we'll find some hidden illegal shit. So I feel like we should focus and prioritize that building. And that's all I have. I used a lot of big words. I'm tired now. So that's the rest.
I guess I could try.
Have we seen anybody come in and out of that building?
I mean, you only did a quick. You only did a quick case after it was closed. You could say if you want, you're having your picnic lunch at the canal near the bakery, and during the day, and you're watching. If you guys want, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'd like that actually quite a bit.
Yeah, because I want to see if anybody's coming in and out of it.
Okay, you are seeing frequent, like, not like this place is obviously like the best bakery in town, but you are seeing consistent over the course of your lunch, like people going in, people are leaving with like, what seems to be baked goods, like things wrapped in cloth, or people are leaving with like bread in their hands, like a loaf of bread, pastries. Like it's consistent enough that, you know, nothing's out of the ordinary, but it's not like bustling. I say all of you can make a perception check with disadvantage, because you're also actively planning. Like, you're only doing the occasional kind of, like, keep it in your periphery, look over.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, perception with disadvantage. Actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna use your passives, for while you're watching.
Let's roll with shit anyway.
Apparently I can't roll without losing my dice, so...
Don't do that.
Nice.
So I would say Enna and Cole.
Yeah, what up?
You notice, I'd say the only thing that sticks out, like, people are leaving with baked goods. That doesn't seem weird. Mm-hmm. No one leaving looks immediately, like, stands out to you for any reason. It does seem like the rate of which customers appear almost seems too perfect. Like, it's bang on, like, every 20 minutes or something. There's a new, like, it's very... almost to a time or to a schedule.
Interesting. And this is in the 3rd building?
This is just to the bakery, the front door. The second door, like the one that's the bakery, like where Orion saw the sign that said like we're closed. Obviously that now says open. And it's that door that has consistent.
Is anybody going in with stuff? Like, are they bringing a bag in and then not leaving with it?
No one has gone in so far that matches that description.
Can I send Fred around real quick again to see if there's any signs on the, like, open side of the sign?
Sure. You send Fred over, and there are no dots. There's no thieves' cant on the open side of the sign.
Cool.
So no one's bringing anything in, just leaving with stuff.
No.
Do we see anything happening with that door in the back, like the building that we didn't
make a perception check with disadvantage? Actually, let me pull up the map again and then tell me where you think you would be, and that would determine that. Hold on.
Because I'm guessing this is like a big tree right there, right? Like
the
rocks.
Tree is knocked over.
Well, yeah, there's a tree that's knocked over, so that's why no one's approaching from that path, because it is like blocked. So everyone that's approaching, so you guys are right now, also you're not sitting in the middle of a path. I'm guessing you're like under these trees by the river.
I was gonna say,
because that's what would look unsuspicious. Like, oh, we're having a nice
we're just
like
somewhere
lunch
in those trees.
Yeah, so you guys are all like underneath these trees, chilling by the river, kind of thing. So I'd say you could see all points of entry from there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Make a perception check with disadvantage then if you're looking backdoor specific.
Because I was definitely also looking backdoor specific.
God damn. Perception.
Can I do an assist on that?
Actually, sure. You can make it a straight roll then, because you're also keeping an eye.
Yeah.
I'll just roll another one then, because.
Sorry.
Hold on, my cat's doing something.
Well, that improved it by 1.
Hey.
That's a 6.
I could see my cat silhouette in the curtains, like making it look like she was throwing up, but she's not. She's fine. I was like, you better not be throwing up in the window, but she's not.
You better not.
Okay.
It's a 6.
You have not seen anyone go. The only things you've caught or clocked are people walking to the front, like bakery entrance.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, so I guess I can lockpick the door in the back, or maybe to see if there's like a keyhole. Can I sense Fred to see if there's like a keyhole or something for that? For the back door.
The door to what you guess is his residence and that back door are locked. To Fred's they're just like locked. Like Fred kind of like goes up and like jiggles the doorknob just to see, like he couldn't open it, but the doorknob also does that thing where it doesn't move freely, so Fred can tell it's locked.
Yeah, but there's like a keyhole or something.
Yeah, there's keyholes for both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you check if there's any magic at the door?
I don't think I have.
I don't know if
I don't know if a weasel can do that.
Actually, to be fair, I didn't.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I didn't look at preparing spells. So can we say that since we are doing that?
We did take a long rest.
You did. So yeah, if you want to change out your spells because you haven't had any.
I always forget to do that.
I don't even know if I have anything. I think I do have something for that, but like it would make sense since we are investigating this that I would take a spell like that, right? Like
detect magic. Sure. If it's in your class spell list, yeah, sure. We'll say you prepared it.
Hang on.
So you're a wizard, right?
I am a wizard, yes.
Rogue, wizard, multiclass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You just have your book with you then.
Oh, right? Spell, there it is.
Which means you could probably cast detect magic as a ritual. If you know the spell. Wizards don't prepare, do they?
Don't, unfortunately.
No, wizards just know spells. They don't.
Yeah, they just have a book and just can.
Yeah, but I don't have all of those spells available all the time.
Right. Well,
I thought you did.
If it's in your book.
Yeah, if it's in your book, you know them.
Yeah, that wizards don't have to prepare anything. They just if it's in their book, if you have it in your spell list, you can do it at any time.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, what's expensive is the cost of then getting the spells because you have to pay for special stuff to transcribe them into the book.
It costs gold and paper and all that crap.
But I don't have anything for that, unfortunately.
Okie dokie.
We need to find you a scroll of detect magic.
Yeah, it could be useful, I guess.
I can do it, but I have to be at the door.
Yeah,
well, no, I can be 30 feet away from it.
Oh shit! I also have detect magic. I have detect magic.
There you go.
Let's go.
As a ritual, I need to be 30 feet away from it.
30 feet. 30 feet. Yep.
Which
at the moment you are. At the moment you're 65 feet from that back door and 60 from. But you could get within 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go mosey on by that broken down tree just to check it out and see.
Isn't so that if
30
wait, hold on, let me,
30 feet would be like just moving Cole's token. 30 feet would be like around here.
Yeah, so I wanted to be like, I'm gonna make it look like I'm just checking out this tree that's knocked over. Just being like,
thing I want to see figure out if I can help. So once you've cast the because detect magic lasts for 10 minutes, and it just whenever you move into a region that has magic, you get like alerts. So what we could do is like
correct, 30 feet.
You begin casting it with us.
Yeah, as a ritual.
Invisibility, you can't cast spells, but I can turn you invisible after you've cast the spell, and you'll have the concentration effect up while also invisible, so you can move closer without that risk.
Fancy.
Well, I mean, I also wear heavy armor, and so
like that would
still be able to hear me walking around. Clank.
But could invisibility
qualify on stealth? And invisibility gives you advantage. It will cancel out disadvantage on stealth as well.
If I'm, I'm not even trying to be sneaky right now, but if you feel like casting invisibility on me, then sure.
Yeah, I mean, I got it for free anyway because I have this fucking.
You might as well if you want to do it. It takes me 10 minutes to do this as a ritual, right?
Yeah.
But don't we want to keep the invisibility options for tonight, though?
That's true.
Well, but
that would be more useful tonight than it is right now because I don't need to be sneaky.
I have a question about my necklace, Laura, because it doesn't specify it here.
Yes.
The charges on the necklace. How do they replenish?
I think it's supposed to be at like either dawn or long rest. I will check if it says on its page.
It doesn't say so in the description.
In this statement, I mean, expend the charge. Expend the charge. I'm gonna say it's at dawn that all charges recharge, or all charges come back. So it's fresh right now. Yeah.
So then I will just use one jar. Wait, how much jar? How many charges?
I just want to be clear that I'm very not trying to be sneaky right now.
It does say it regains all its expended charges daily at dawn. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just expend one charge to turn cool invisible just in case.
Just in case.
But he doesn't want to be.
Yeah,
unless you really don't want to be.
I really don't need it at all in any way.
Because he's not getting up close.
I'm not getting close to it at all. I'm getting within 30 feet of it, checking to see if there's magic on the door, and then coming right back.
All right.
That's all
So as you go over there, there is no magic on the door. There's no magic on the other door either. And so far it seems there's nothing on the exterior of this place that is like lighting up or pinging with magic.
That's good.
Okay, and I'm kind of mosey. I'm gonna mosey on down the path, just around the front a little bit, but not being weird. Just like I'm looking at stuff that I see, like little rocks and little.
How does detect magic work through? Because there's rules about what obscures it, right? Like it's like this many thing of lead, this much of stone. Like what are the limitations to?
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
So if those walls, I assume wooden walls.
Yeah, they're wooden walls.
If they're less than 3 feet thick, I can sense the magic inside the place too.
Okay.
Nice.
As long as it's within 30 feet of where I am.
Yeah. Then I would say.
And so now that invisibility sounds real great because then I can walk right up to the building.
And sense.
So
it's there if you want it, man. I can literally cast invisibility.
Go ahead and hit me with it. Go ahead and hit me with it.
Yeah. You are now invisible.
Yep.
Dope. All right. That'll help a little bit.
Okay. As you get close, that back building, you do see some auras appearing from inside the building. Very small for the most part. So your guess might be either something like rings or potions, like there's something like handheld. They're not like big. And there is and there's one slightly larger one. The rest are small.
And what school of magic are they?
All
All kinds.
The question you hate the most.
I mean, I know what
schools of magic on magic items.
I know what one of them definitely would be. Hold on.
Okay.
Schools of Magic D&D 5e. Make sure I'm getting it right. I would say, I believe you definitely see some, I want to say, evocation.
Okay.
No, sorry. You see some transmutation for sure.
Okay.
And I would say transmutation and enchantment. The bigger one is enchantment, and the little ones are transmutation. That's my guess.
So no like divination or anything like.
I do not believe. Let me just double
no
check.
one's magically spying on the room. Or
No,
anything.
there's definitely no divination.
Yeah, like somebody's scrying on the room to see if somebody else.
Right,
Is
someone's just got like
in.
a D&D security camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied. So it's not transmutation. It's evocation. The little ones all appear to be evocation, and the big one is enchantment.
Okay.
So nothing divinating.
No.
Interesting.
Cool. All right. So there's just magical stuff in this little warehouse in the back.
Yes.
So okay. That's probably good enough. I'll skirt the side of this building as I go back to the group.
Yep.
You're still
Just
invisible, right?
Yeah, I'm still invisible. If there's anything inside the bedroom thing we can see or anything.
There's nothing that lights up in the bedroom as you walk past
Okay.
it.
Alrighty. That's fine. And I didn't. Nothing trappy.
No.
Cool. Alright, I will go back to the group.
I missed this because I went to go pee real quick. Is there?
Wow,
like,
how dare.
My dude, it lit up like a Christmas tree.
Whoa,
I'm just-
whoa, where's
Oh
this
my
voice come
god,
from?
you scared the fuck out of me. Hello.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Hi.
There's a bunch of magical stuff in there. It looks real tiny, like just a bunch of little
Right.
Like little
Okay.
Wait,
things.
we get paid if
Wow,
we bring
like-
magic items back, right?
evocation
we
stuff.
do,
If they're
yes.
stolen items, right? Like how do we prove that they're stolen items? Though? That's fun.
Well, we don't, but that's for them to figure out.
Can I just not be invisible anymore? Or
Yeah, specifically,
yeah, you can.
specifically, you saw 5 of those smaller evocation and 1
Fine.
enchantment.
small?
That's a touch of the money.
Oh, that's 1,500 gold of what
Evocation.
magic. crap.
No, it's
One.
1250, right? Because it was
250 per.
5 small ones, 1 big. So.
Oh, sorry,
600.
I'm right. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I'm dumb.
That's a lot.
No,
No,
you're
you're not.
not.
No, you're not.
Dude, look at how supportive and wholesome this group is.
One of my favorite things is to
Idiot.
It's the
To
anti-dungeon
attack
select.
That's wild. Do we know if he's in his bakery or something? Like, did he check?
I assume like people are going in and out and coming. They're going in with nothing and coming out with something. And
Can we
Oh, right,
cut?
yeah, because
and it's all like none of it's suspicious in any way. Like the
No,
The
you've not noticed any
packages
suspicious
or-
packages. They're all either just straight up holding baked goods, like eating a pastry as they walk out or something,
Yeah.
or it's like just like a loaf of bread wrapped in, something like the way the farmer gave you the rice cakes, like wrapped in a cloth and like tied
Yeah.
at the top or something.
but it's clearly baked goods.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I have an
nefarious looking.
idea. I have an idea,
Okay.
and
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know if this is a good idea or like a self-destructive "I'm dumb" idea. So by all means, let me
Fury
know.
idea?
Does it involve you going
That's-
and purchasing pastries?
Boom.
Because I thought about that.
Yes,
I've
yes,
been
it does.
thinking about that.
Funnily enough, so the thing is,
I
Too.
really
So
want
is it buying
pastries.
something?
like fucking
Slayer's cake?
We saw the thing on the sign that was like, "Oh, bring your stolen shit here last night," right? What if I just go in, order some pastries, and if there's no one around, I'll be like, "Noticed I came by last night, but I missed. It was this a little too late. Saw that you were a closed sign, but I did see some interesting." And like implying
if
that I
this-
know
what if
the
the
meaning of the
person-
symbol.
Sorry.
I love where you're going with
Right.
this. What if the
Right.
person who can actually speak thieves' cant does this?
Yes,
Just in
I can-
case.
and
the
maybe
guy
we go in
responds
as,
and
like
thieves
his,
can't.
his muscle, his bodyguards, right? So like if you and me,
Yeah.
we're the biggest guys. Be like to imply that this man is very rich, very well protected, so he must have some good shit to sell, right? That might.
Orion? You want you want Orion to look like he's like this slumlord? Like
Yeah, he's the only motherfucker here that
Cartel
understands
dude?
This, like, language.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking like the person who actually speaks it probably should be the one that. But then
Yeah,
again, like, do you want
I
to
see the
say it out
point.
loud? Like, would they say it out loud?
I mean,
Wait,
I could.
can't he like talk
I
in the
can-
back of his head or some shit?
I mean, I can do this. And I do thief scans.
Yeah,
do
there's
the
like
sign
hand signals.
language, yeah.
There's phrasing and wordage like 6s and 7s, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
can do
thief
that, I
scan
guess,
does
yeah.
have a sign language, yes.
There's a sign language for it, and there's the way
There's
you can
nonverbals. There's
there's
I feel
verbal
like,
and nonverbal
right,
versions.
If we get some kind of confirmation from the guy himself that, hey, yes, that is true, come meet me in the back, whatever, that will give us something to tell the Cobalt Soul, like, hey, man, listen, this guy's
Yeah,
shady.
exactly.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
what
still
I'm-
not proof. And then how do we get
No,
those
but they
items?
trust
though?
us.
Well, I guess.
No,
But then how do we
obviously
get
it's only a
items?
part of the thing, but at least it'll give us an in, and perhaps, I don't know. I think it might be good to just.
that can be really risky for
Open it.
Orion, though, don't you think? We're gonna be putting him on the line like that.
That's
Well, that's what I
the
mean.
only
You
thing
can
I
go
was.
in with them as his muscle.
I mean, I
Who would
will
be
I
his
can
muscle?
vanish and stuff.
Me and Cole.
But what do we... Because we need something to offer, though, and I think we only really have 2 really big ticket items, I guess, and they're both on Fury,
And do we want to put those, like, put that out into the universe that these things exist? Are we at that
Okay,
point?
wait. I have
Yeah,
these glasses. I have these glasses, right? That let me.
I still have my
see
amulet.
very well.
I have something in my inventory called Toenail Potion.
Nice.
What the fuck is that?
Wait, was that...
You got, it's like a potion, I believe it's a grayish color, and it has what looks to be very
Strength or
visible
something?
toenails suspended in the liquid.
Okay.
And I think-
How
did we get that?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember giving it to
I'm pretty
you.
like, I think I know. I know out of character what it is, but we need to get it identified or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I know what it is.
I don't know anything.
can't
But
remember.
I have
about
these
it.
glasses, right? And for people that, for thieves and shit, they need to be able to see things really well. That's exactly what these goggles do. So that might be an interesting item to him, because it will have a lot of customers, potentially, for an item such as
That's
this.
true, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess.
And I barely fucking use things.
We're not all going in. Like, that's clear. Like, you two are doing this.
No. I'm down, yeah, of course.
But, like, don't come back without pastries.
I will.
I want myself
promise
a crawler.
I'll buy
Okay,
you
get me
It'd be a nice
Give me a
cheap
donut.
dish.
I want a donut.
Right, can I take your order, please? And I'll give out. I can swap his part and myself, writing this down. Donuts, right?
2
Better come
cheese
back with a donut,
danishes.
man.
I can give you money if
Ooh,
you
a
need
cheese Danish sounds wonderful. I'll take
actually,
one
I
of those.
did just buy the sword, so I'm a little skinned. So if you have a little bit of spare change,
money. Yeah, here, I'll just give you. Here, take 10 gold. Who knows? You might need
Oh,
it.
thank you very much. That's more than plenty. Okay.
So it's just the 2 of us going
unless
in
you are
then?
not cool with this, we don't have to. But I think it might be
Yeah, I don't want to
It's a
push
bit
anything.
risky.
If you
So
don't
what
want to,
I-
don't do it.
So what I kind of was thinking as well is like I was gonna propose maybe going into the shop and then maybe drop Fred there and he can stay in the building hidden for a little bit so that he can be there after closing time, I guess. So I kind of had that idea in my head.
Either way, I think
Can I
it'd be
go in to
cool
buy
if
pastries
somebody
regardless?
goes in to buy his pastries and just sees the room.
That's true, yeah,
That's
fair.
really all we don't
See,
even really have to approach it from a we want to do business perspective, but at least somebody just walks in and says, "Hey, give me this from the list," and then just
Yes.
insight
Yeah,
check the guy,
well,
just check him
If
out. see
anything,
if
I'll go
he's-
in to buy pastries. But I just wanted to throw that idea on the table. Like maybe we
It's,
could.
it's interesting.
I think that's a good idea.
It sure is.
Possibly. See, Anna's
I mean-
getting a little paranoid because remember when we were in town and we went to that shops? We went into that one shop where the person had the invisible, like, security guard creature.
Uh-huh.
Right.
thing.
I do
I'm-
worry about saying the wrong thing and triggering, and then
Mm.
everything's shut down and we get no evidence. And
Because I don't know if that was like
Or we get evidence because we kill him.
I don't want to do
Okay. Well, let's.
But wouldn't Colif notice something like that when he just walked by the shop?
I
That
would
is
have
true.
noticed detect,
Maybe.
and I still have detect
things were in
magic
the
up.
back
Like
building.
detect magic lasts for like 10 minutes.
Yep.
So
Again,
it's still up.
yeah, if you walk close enough to the bakery,
Like I could go in with the detect magic on,
You could.
and that way I would just be able to see. But I can just go in and order the stuff and just get a vibe off the guy.
no, I really
Yeah,
want a
but then we
donut.
cannot. But then we
But I don't
cannot
think
do
we
it.
all
It's
need
just-
to go.
I'll give Cole his 10 gold back. Like, I'm
No, you keep that. I've got
Yeah.
plenty.
Oh,
But if we do that, then like, do you mean go like the 2 of us go in and then I do the sign language
Well,
stuff? Or
we don't have to do the thieves can't thing. Like
Let's not resort to that immediately.
we could just go in and order the shit and leave. Like, but just I have detect magic up, so I'd be able to say, okay, this was there,
That's
this
fair.
was there, this was there.
That's true.
And then
I guess you
also
could-
I have a really good perception.
Same.
That I could get a good read on the people that are in
Want to
there.
borrow my glasses? They help you with
That's
that.
fair. So I guess you can go in and do that, and then we like if we want to do the
Like-
sign language stuff.
Yeah,
me
if
and
you perceive
Fury
an
can go in after,
opportunity
maybe.
to do that, sure, but I wouldn't say
Do
that's
we
our first
wanna-
choice.
Do we want to have Fred in there too? Because then he could go with
Fred
you.
will not be
or-
able to get out until that door is open. Like I guess he could sneak out.
No, but worst case, I can bamf him out out of this plane of
That's
existence
true.
and bamf in again, right next to me.
Plane of
So.
existence.
We are.
We are making it so complicated, and I love it.
We are very much making this more complicated than it needs to be. How about this? Here's what I think we should do. I'll go in with my detect magic up, and I'll be able to see what's pinging. We'll order the pastries. We'll not do anything else. Orion's there with his thief cant knowledge, and if he sees anything shifty or weird like that, he'd be able to report that as well.
So
And
am I
if the
going
guy
with you then?
says, and if the guy says something that you pick up as thieves can't, you'll be there to translate, or not translate, but you'll be there to have that conversation because
You
know
can
thieves
communicate
can't.
with them.
But
Yeah.
let him initiate that and not
Okay,
us. Does that
that's
make
fair.
sense?
Yeah. So the two of us go in first, and then
Yeah, and then we'll
We might
get
go back
the
to that.
list of items that we're ordering,
right.
and we'll just see what
Can I-
happens.
anything
Okay.
with ham and cheese, please. I don't really care what.
Ham and
has
cheese? Okay.
in it. Yes.
You can get me a
Do
coffee.
we-
Something hot. I need something hot to drink.
Yeah, I'll see what they've got. Hot drink.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you, thank you, thank you. He's taking an order.
Cheese Danishes.
Make that 4.
Someone said 4. Okay, 4. Donut, big donut.
I'm definitely going to Starbucks after this.
Yeah.
Whoever wants a drink.
Right here.
Okay.
I'll have a donut.
Hot. Okay, 2 donuts. Hot. Drinks for
And
everyone.
maybe some like basic bread thingy for Fred. Maybe I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
Fred.
I love
Nice,
how we're
nice.
actually trying to
Sourdough.
place an order. Also, like trying to do
This
covert
is the most
investigation.
dangerous
We're
Right?
hungry, okay? You can't investigate on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Self-care.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. We walk up confidently and very deliberately to the door as if nothing's weird's happening.
So it's
Yeah.
it's Orion and Cole going in.
Yep.
And Fred.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Fred's with me.
And
Okay.
Frederick von Frederickstein.
Frederick.
So you go in. As you open the door, a little bell dings, and he has one of those bells over the doors that like hit the door hits
Yeah.
it whenever it opens.
Good to know. Good to know.
There is a older half orc gentleman sitting behind the behind the counter, and says, "Hello, welcome to Crooks. That is me. You are here for some baked goods. What can I get you today?"
Actually have a list. We have a few friends that are,
Oh boy.
and I hand him the list. I'm like, can you
Okay.
do these things? Does you have
Yes.
these things available?
You look around and you look in the bakery or in the area. What you see first, also just in general, there is a display case, like underneath him. Like, hold on, let me pull up my map bigger. So you see, I'm gonna put your tokens in there right now.
Yeah.
So you see like that, the counter he is behind has a display. There's displays to your left and right as well. The one on the left has pastries. The one on the right has breads. And it looks like if you look over to your like right, that back half of the place, like the part that's pinging right now on the map is where the goods are actually baked. You can see the big like stone oven, and then things are all just displayed in the front here. I know you heard that little entry bell as you dinged. And you can't really see into the bakery too well unless you really go like up by the counter. But yeah, the stuff looks okay. You know, it's not like you walk in and you're like, oh my god, this looks like the most high-end bakery you've ever been to. It smells like a bakery, you know, smells like flour, yeast, bready.
heaven.
It's not but not quite. It's not like full. It's almost like bakery light. Like it still smells like it, but you almost would expect, especially since you're surrounded by the stuff. You'd expect it to be a little bit stronger. But yeah, just looks like kind of like smaller but standard bakery. He's like, well, I can do the bread, I can do the donuts. I don't really have danishes. It looks like, so there's bread. There's a few different types. There's like 3 different loaves of bread. There's like a white, a brown, and like a rye kind of looking style breads. Then there are some donuts, just like plain glazed donuts is the only kind. And then there are like 2 kinds of muffin. And then there's like scones. And that's about what seems to be on offer. Bread, scones, donuts, muffins.
Get like a sampling of everything.
Sure.
And since we can't do the danishes, they're really hoping for danishes. You do have like coffee or tea, something hot.
Oh no, no beverages. I'm afraid. Just baked goods. I'm an older gentleman. It's a 1-man operation. I already have to get up at the wee hours to even just bake this. What you see here, it's a very much small independent business, if you will.
Wow.
Can I inside check?
Yeah.
Inside check? Yeah, go ahead.
I never do these.
With advantage, because you already know it's not a normal bakery.
Like, we know this is not a normal bakery. Like, we know. We just need evidence at this point.
Natural 20.
Let's go!
So you know for a fact, it's like, yeah, they don't do beverages, they don't do all those things, but it's like the reason the display, he's done just enough to be like, this is a real bakery without doing so much, because they're not a bakery. The bakery is the front. So he's done just enough work to have enough goods to keep it going, like to do a day's worth of sales. You're not even sure they're baked here. For all you know, they're brought in and he sells them just for the front of the bakery. Especially because if you look in the back corner, the bakery kind of looks not the most well kept. Like some of the stuff you can see a bit of like dust on some of the tools. Like it's a bit, it just doesn't look like it's been, used since the wee hours of the morning. So you actually think I get just enough goods delivered here to sell to look like a bakery during the day.
This fucker though.
What kind of magical pinging am I getting into here?
Oh, so before that fades, nothing in here or the bakery. It's still all in that back building. Your best guess. It's coming from behind him, behind the counter, and it's
Nothing
the same
he's got
number.
on him is pinging.
No, he has nothing magical on his person.
Okay.
What's actually, because I only just noticed it really. So there's the bakery where we're in right now.
Yes.
And then there's like the black box in the back where the magic items are. But what's this like L-shaped area on the right of that?
So that's just a building, like that's not part of his establishment. Like there's buildings that butt up together. That's like, for all you know, it's another shop or maybe it's someone else's home. But it's not part of his establishment.
Not relevant.
Cool beans.
Okay. And do I notice him doing any thieves' cant kind of things or anything?
I'll say he does under the like hand at his side. He does a gesture that almost could look like, you're just kind of like either like stretching your hand, or he does some gesture that could to anyone else look like a throwaway gesture. But to you, Orion, actually he'll do it on the side of the counter, like see where the counter ends. He does it there because you're small, you can't see over the counter. But he does it so you can see off to the side. And it's basically hey, like, are you part of the club? It's a gesture like, do you know what this is? And there's like a response gesture that you would do to indicate, I know what that is, I speak thieves' cant, basically. Again, it's not so much like a one-to-one, like there's words in thieves' cant, but there are signs that mean things. And this is, so he's basically doing the, hey, you in the secret club, like, gesture.
He's like, hey, you wanna
but it could look, but to anyone who, like, to Cole, it just looks like he's doing something like adjusting his, like, shirt, or it's like a very throwaway casual gesture that only if you know, you know.
Yeah. Stretching his wrist or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Do it.
Do it. Attack!
Yeah, I'll respond.
Yes.
I'll respond.
All right, so you do I'm in the cool club gesture.
Yeah.
He,
I know the signs.
He gives you like a brief, like, you both can tell as you like that a flash of knowing or a flash of understanding in his eyes. As he starts, like, I'll start putting together this list, shall I? So it was like a loaf of bread, a donut, and then instead of the danishes, what else do you want?
Just a selection of what else he's got, like maybe a couple more donuts, some muffins.
Okay.
Whatever
like,
you listed,
so he puts together basically like a basket. He does have like a wicker basket and puts
like
them
a sampler pack.
Yeah, he's like, so that'll be 7 copper for the goods and 1 extra copper for the basket, if you will. So 8 copper total.
I'm gonna give him a silver.
Tax.
Oh, Oh, thank you for the kind tips, sir. As a one-man operation, it's much appreciated. Unless you wanted change, I probably shouldn't have assumed.
No. Keep the change. That's totally fine.
Okay, and then as he's making the change, actually goes, "Oh no, you know what? I insist. I need to be. I'll give you your change." And as he gives you the change, he goes to give the change to Orion, and there is a note in with the change. That's very palmed perfectly. Cole does not even catch it. You just
Dude, that's physical evidence right there.
That's what I'm saying. We've got proof now. Okay. Thank you so much. This looks great. You should really look into Danishes, though. Danishes are very good.
They are, but see, the Danishes, aside from you bake the Danish, but then you also have to make the filling and then the icing. There's multiple components. The ones I've chosen here are a bit easier for a man of my age to prepare.
What even is a Danish? I've never really heard of that.
Is this Bowdy or is this Orion?
Both.
A Danish is like croissant. It's like puff pastries, like the flaky layered pastry in typically a round shape, but any shape you want. And then in the middle has a filling that's like a fruit jellied like filling, and then there's some like drizzled icing or cheese. Yeah, there's savory Danish as well. Either like a cream cheese like center and then some icing drizzle, or like strawberry, raspberry, like a fruit jelly-ish, custardy center, and then drizzle.
So good.
Thing we have, Bowdy, is like coffee cooker for the sweeter kind of things. Just like it's a
sweet pastry type.
They're delicious.
Danish over there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want a Danish.
God, right?
I'm hitting DoorDash up as soon as we go offline.
Sorry for giving all y'all cravings. Anyway,
I'm hungry as fuck, dude.
All right, cool. Yeah, I completely understand. This looks great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day. Please come back.
Thanks.
We'll do.
All right.
And then we leave and we go back to our little picnic, which obviously we were just picking up pastries for our friends.
Yeah.
So if anybody's watching us, it looks completely normal.
Yeah.
And I checked the notes.
Yes, the note.
I watched you unroll that note.
The note in Thieves Can't. So it's still written Thieves Can't. It has the symbols that you know are for auction, like black market auction. It has the signs for 1 hour post sundown, and it has signs for enhanced weapons or weaponry.
You don't even have to infiltrate. We have what we need.
Yeah, it also acts as an invite.
Ooh.
Yeah,
we have everything.
Like it basically, so it has a sign for auction, a time, what's being auctioned, and it has a symbol in Thieves' Cant that says entry. So it's like a ticket to the auction.
Cool.
So this is basically, we've completed the main objective of this quest, but there's side objectives.
Yeah, sure. We've done side objectives with the money. I understand. We can talk to them. Maybe we can like plan a sting with the.
Well, you also again, it very likely is enough if you want to be like sold the deal, the weapon, like your contract of the Cobalt Soul made clear like having the actual weapons from the place would be the best. Like that's the linchpin to get the Hands of Ord to really go in there. Because again, because also you give them this letter. They're like, for all we know, you wrote this letter. The guy could claim like I never gave them that. Like who the fuck? Like it's, you need a few things, but it definitely is a good. It'll definitely help.
Okay.
So yeah, I have proof. I have a note, and it basically says there's an auction of goods an hour after sundown. So yeah, we got our proof. But if we can get the weapons and stuff, that'd be better, of course. So, but the thing is, right?
Really
so
need the money though.
Like,
I mean,
the
money is
Cobalt Soul would fund this sting. Like if we go in and we obviously not buy everything that's magical, but that's just gonna offset our payment.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
The thing also is like we get $250 per magic item, right? So
lot of money.
Since there's gonna be an auction tonight, I mean, yes, it's a lot of money, but tonight there's gonna be an auction, and you said there's like 6 items in there that's magical. But
We
if there's
could
an
try
auction,
to break in before the auction, because now we know when it starts.
what I'm
We know
saying.
it starts at sundown, so no one's gonna show up before sundown.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, like that's.
So we could
that's
try
what
to
I
break
meant.
into the place in the bright of day.
I was gonna say, like, what is to stop us from just doing it right now? He's the only one there. He's in his bakery. Like, if we're quiet, we can just fucking bust in and take the shit.
maybe if one of us like distracts him inside, and then the rest, or like, because I can be question DM.
Yes.
Does lockpicking break invisibility?
It's casting a spell or an attack roll, so I don't think so.
No, it's using a tool.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure you'd be able to be invisible and then just since you're so sneaky, you can go pick the lock.
Yep.
And go in and just nab all the stuff real quick while we're up here. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so that's actually, I think, the best plan possible for this. That's actually really good.
Well, we'll let you guys percolate on that information, and you can decide how you act on that next session.
Oh.
We'll leave it there and pick it up next time we play. Not next Saturday, because I'm for sure busy. But let me check the Saturday after. I could do the Saturday after, November 11th.
Me too.
Oh, that's my anniversary. That's my wedding anniversary.
Oh no! but also yay!
Oh, you know what? If it's morning, if it's in the morning, that's fine, right? If it's a
what would that be for us?
Morning. We're technically.
What would be the time you would need it to happen? What's the window you would need it to happen?
Yeah. What's the latest?
I was just saying I don't know if it can go like till 4 o'clock.
We could even do a 2 hour. We could maybe start just like a little bit early and then do a 2 or 3 hour if that's easy.
Yeah, we can do that. We could just do this
do this thing, and then
I'll talk to British to see if he has anything planned.
Tentatively, next session, Saturday, November 11th. The time might be a little bit earlier, and it'll probably be a 2 or 3 hour session. But tentatively, next session, Saturday, November 11th. Thanks for playing, everybody. We're back.
Thanks for DMing.
Yeah.
I missed y'all. Thanks for putting up with my shit.
If
you want more D&D, again, Briar and I play in a Witchlight campaign on their channel on Wednesdays. Dutch and I play where Dutch DMs and I play tomorrow on Dungeon Select, and tomorrow I'll be in my Halloween costume on Dungeon Select.
Ooh.
So
and it's gonna be a fucking crazy session, like story-wise, diving into some backstory shit for a player character.
I still need to watch the session I missed.
Gonna get revenge on the guy that killed his entire fucking family.
Well, Bowdy, you can catch up on the Twitch, not the YouTube, because Belle's on sabbatical. But because Dutch highlights all the episodes, so they don't disappear.
Nice, yeah.
It's just
what I usually do
because of like some personal shit.
Yeah.
And,
that's
like,
fine.
Whenever I dare offer her help with the YouTube, she gets really angry.
She struggles accepting help. It's Belle. We know
Yeah,
this.
that's fair. No, like, what I usually do is I listen to like podcasts and like stuff from YouTube while I'm on my way to work and stuff.
You can still listen to the Twitch highlight. You can find them on Twitch.
Yeah, but that's like the whole thing super expensive. Like that costs a lot of data.
Oh, I see. Yeah, got you.
Kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll find the time to catch up again.
Anyways,
it's been long.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. As always, check out our wonderful players on all their own socials and channels and pages. Myself, Kay, and Briar all have charity things coming up, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll hope to see you next Saturday. If you missed anything or ever want to rewatch any episodes, catch up on details, I put all these up on my YouTube in a playlist. Easy to find, so you can always catch up there. See y'all next time.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.